Conservation Commission meeting for Wednesday, October 26th, 2026 at 7:05 p.m. Roll calls.
I'm present. Abigail Farley present.
Kim Greeno present.
James Gage present.
James Deroyan present.
Sandra Lord present.
Ryan Pinkerton present.
This meeting is being recorded. Is anyone else recording? Chairman's additions.
Sure that that's not us.
I'm not supposed to ask.
Oh. Seems unclear.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I didn't hear that, Kim. What was that?
She's referring to Miss King with Real Deal, who's recording and broadcasting, which is fine, and she isn't bothering anyone, and it is allowed.
It's a new agenda item. I'm not used to it, and I'm not sure what the purpose is either. And it does appear like we're being recorded.
We are. And I have always thought
Then why ask the question? Let's move on.
It should be something that I think her point is anyone that is recording outside of the meeting should also make it clear.
You should.
Thank you. Just trying to work with you on that one, Kim.
Chairman's additions and or deletions. I don't have anything to add or delete.
I can see the Pledge of Allegiance on here. And also the next meeting is Wednesday, November 9th. That should be September something.
2022.
Yeah. No.
What's that?
2022.
Oh, 2022.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
So chairman's additions or deletions, we're adding the pledge. Mike, can you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
No additions or deletions. Chair report 1.4. So I have one thing going to report. I received an email at almost 5:30, and it was in regards to the work that's going to be done at the Reed Homestead this is from Natural Heritage. And
are you going to read it out or?
Yeah, I'll read it out.
Mm-hmm.
This conservation was added to the list. It was to Sandra Lord. Thank you for sending this information over. We did review the habitat management plan for the vegetation management work, and the filing included notification about the 8:30 or August 30th event. The determination letter is attached. The work is not proposed to occur on the parcels at 80 Main Street or the abutting parcel where the unauthorized clearing and parking lot installation occurred. Work is proposed on the pond side of the rail trail near both of these parcels. I will clarify that the applicant submitted the plan for approval, that the NHESP approves the vegetation management work in the event to occur within the previously approved limit of work, but that no work, is to occur on the northern side of the rail trail at the Townsend Historic Society parcel at 80 Main Street, and the adjacent, parcel for the parking lot is constructed. I am kind of baffled why we are circumnavigating the process of
Communication.
transparency, communication, and discussing things as a group. I don't know if this email, Sandra, was sent on your own personal behalf or as part of conservation, but
Oh, I didn't really technically represent conservation. I had a couple of questions. Well, it could go either way. I mean, I had a couple of questions I asked today. I just, something that came up and I figured I'd ask. Knowledge is power. I'm not, it's important not to, you know,
I share this because I want to be transparent with the rest of the commission that we've never handled anything like this before. We've never had a commissioner do this before. Or I'm just,
yeah,
Mr. Chairman, can I say something real brief?
yes,
Almost 2 decades on the commission with some outstanding commissioners and chairmen and et cetera, et cetera. I've never witnessed or seen anything like this from a new commissioner. Going above and beyond, behind the commission, the chairman, and I'm not sure, I'm only a commissioner. I'm very disturbed about it.
may I be recognized?
in a second.
Okay,
During my time on the commission, I've never witnessed a commissioner act unilaterally and behind the backs of fellow commissioners to halt an activity or a project. Such actions undermine trust, transparency, and the integrity of the commission's decision-making process. I don't know. Go ahead, Sandra.
okay,
Make it brief, please.
okay. Well, you both had your say, would like mine. I had a few questions. And,
What was the?
wait,
No,
according to the.
but as chair, you have to be recognized, and I have also the power to take that away.
Okay, may I please speak?
Will you show a little respect?
I feel like you're not showing me respect right now. But anyways, if I may please speak, I'm humbly asking if I may speak.
Go ahead.
I had a few questions that came up last minute. And I asked them, it's not my intention to go behind. I had a few questions because this started like, what, 2 years ago?
No,
The turtle plane was supposed to be 2 years ago.
no, not for the Reed homestead.
No, not for the Reed homestead, around the priority habitat. That's been ongoing for a while, and I don't have a lot of information.
We are with it, almost half the towns is in priority habitat. I don't understand. So why didn't you come to the commission and ask?
If it's not on the agenda, you can't ask it.
No, but you can send an email. You have the capacity to send an email to Natural Heritage. What about asking the rest of the commissioners? You can ask the other commissioners, hey, what's this about? But you voted on the administrative approval back in June or July, sorry.
May I say something?
Go ahead.
I didn't want to violate an open meeting law by discussion.
You wouldn't if it's a single commissioner. You're not getting 3 or 4 people together and discussing it. It's not an ex parte communication. It is a, hey, I have a question.
Singular.
I did have a question and I guess it got answered, and I appreciate Natural Heritage's response. It's not my intention to go behind the backs of anyone. I just really wanted to know some information, and I figured I'd go right to the source.
The source is the commission.
Well, I don't know a lot about natural heritage, so I'm learning as I go along.
Your learning is at the expense of this commission and
You
a
weren't
lot of other processes and procedures in this town right now.
Not just town, it's just not how we've operated. I'm gonna
James,
move on.
James, it's a matter of recognizing he wasn't recognized just now.
Okay, but if anyone else asked, added something that contributed, I'm not gonna stop them. I've never stopped anyone from talking either. I've never said, no, you can't talk. So, yes,
We were
but I
asking,
knew it was gonna be short. I don't,
I
I'm
need,
being very kind right now. I
Jimmy,
am struggling
let's
to
just
bite
move
my
this
tongue.
on.
So, if I had a question, it seems to me the proper procedure might be to talk to you and see if it's worthy of putting it on the agenda so that we could discuss it
And
as
if
a body.
if it's a topic that I have to abstain from, you would be the person to talk to.
Right. Yeah, that seems pretty straightforward and pretty logical to me. And that would avoid this going behind the back, as some people have referred to it. So if you have a question, talk to me,
okay,
and I can see if I can get it on the agenda.
okay.
Or me.
Or you.
This isn't
If you
something
got-
that
Well, if it's an issue that you were gonna ultimately
80
abstain
Main
yourself.
Street
Yeah.
I'm abstaining from. This
Yeah.
is,
So that's what I would do. I wouldn't go rogue and
It
we're
wasn't
gonna-
my intention, really. It
okay,
was
we're
not
gonna
my
move on because
intention.
we have
But
a
thank you for
7.
the feedback, and I will do better next time. I'll work harder at doing better. Thank you. So there won't be a next time.
Um, 1.5, review and approve meeting minutes. Sabrina is working backwards to catch up. So that's why we're doing last meeting's meeting minutes. Mike, you said you had something that needed to be,
yeah, and the very first, bottom line on page 1. Mike Potts said preference to the substantive discussion by indicating that while he had spoken with not the applicant's representative, I had spoken to you about the proper procedure. Prior to the meeting, the communication concerned process rather than the substance of the plan, and he wished to make that disclosure openly on the record consistent with the ex parte communication guidelines.
okay,
Because I knew that I was going to be sharing that part of the meeting. I wanted to make sure that I understand the proper procedure, so we talked about, just not about the issue, but procedurally.
Okay.
And so you're not the applicant's representative, so it
Right.
should be the chair, James Gates.
okay. So can you rewrite it and email it to
Sure.
Sabrina?
Yep.
Is it that last snippet that you're most concerned with,
I
Mike?
would just say, instead of applicant's representative, I would say, had spoken with, the chair, James Gates, prior to the meeting.
In regards of
The-
prudent
And then the
guidance.
communication concerning the process.
So really, the nutshell, it was related for guidance.
Right.
Thank you.
Yep.
Anyone else? You said you had notes. Was everything,
I had notes mostly on the voting matched up.
Okay.
I was told that that was the most important thing to focus on.
so we have great time to talk about that. That is probably 20% of the note taking. Key points are, in who brings up the key points.
Yes,
Um,
I have that, who opens the meeting, who seconds it, timestamps and voting.
So those are only a few pieces. The substance within each item. And this is a great example of the notes that you really should consider. And Sabrina's very thorough. It doesn't have to be necessarily this thorough, but Things like that. With the exception of Mike's edits, were there any other changes, and does everyone want to vote on these, or would they like to,
I'll make a motion.
either way, there are edits, or is an edit that is substantial, so
So you wanna
it's whatever.
table it?
What does everyone else want to do?
Uh-huh.
We should probably table till he gets his nitpick fixed. Okay.
Okay, so motion not to approve.
Just take them.
Yeah, wouldn't it be easy to just
You
table?
still have to motion.
Oh, you
You're not
want me to make a
approving.
motion?
What? Yeah,
Okay, I'll make a motion not to approve the minutes of 8/12/2026.
based
Second.
on the edit that Mike,
Yeah, based
pointed out.
on the fact that it needs to be.
I second, and I second that.
I was really shooting for it, though.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Roll call vote starting with Mike.
Mike Pot said yes.
I'm thinking Farley, yes.
And Reno abstain?
James Gates, yes.
James Drawing, yes.
Sandra Lord, yes.
Brian Dickinson, yes.
Um, 1.6, we don't currently have an agent. Mike is, did the site walk for Briar Way, and we're just trying to get by right now. 2.1, it is 7:22. The hearing is for 7:15, notice of intent DEP number 308-0732. Brian, do you know if there was a Townsend Wetland bylaw number associated with this?
Not that I'm aware of. We have the DEP number, but that's all I'm aware of.
Okay,
What did I type it down?
what?
This is one of the site visit.
Can I have screen sharing, please?
So the first spot is the.
People, yeah. That's cool. So. Here's the plan, pass around.
Mr. Chair, can I ask a
Yes.
question? Should we be going into this in great detail if the filing is incomplete?
No, it's complete.
It
not complete.
doesn't have a Townsend file number. So do we know that the Townsend bylaw has been addressed in this filing?
Well, we'll go through it.
I'm just wondering if the commission would normally go into a lot of time expended on a filing that it seems unclear if the Townsend Wetland bylaw has been addressed by the applicant,
Okay, I
since
just
it doesn't even have a file number.
wanted
And we're in a
to,
weird spot right now, I understand.
So we have a DEP number.
yes.
That, I know, I saw it.
We're gonna proceed, so I'm gonna pull up the legal notice, and then we get a motion to open this. This is in our first one. Pursuant to the Mass WPA and the Townsend Wetland bylaws, the Townsend Concom will hold a hearing on Wednesday, October 26th during their 7 p.m. meeting. The hearing will be held virtually via Zoom and in person at Town Hall at approximately 7:15 on a notice of intent filed by Dillis and Roy Civil Design Group on behalf of Peter Logan. The property is located at 3 Briar Way, assessors map 11, parcel 38-34. The request for an order of condition documents the removal of an existing deck in addition to the existing single-family dwelling on the property, including a new deck. The proposed work is located within 100 feet of the borders of vegetated wetlands. Parties wishing to speak in support of or in opposition to this application may do so at the meeting or in writing prior to the meeting. Copies of this application are available to review at town hall during business hours. We also need a blank sheet of paper.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
I see lines.
She's got it.
We pass that around. People can sign in. I don't know. There's a pen out in the hallway. Thank you. All right. Is there a motion to open this hearing?
I'll make a motion to open the hearing as described by your introduction.
For 3 Briarway, DEP number 308-0732. Is there a second?
Second. 7:28.
Roll call vote starting with Mike.
Mike Pot said yes.
Abigail Farley, yes.
Ken Green, no.
James Gates, yes.
James DeRoy, yes.
Sandra Wood, yes.
Brian Bickerton, yes.
Brian, if you don't mind, introducing yourself and who you're representing.
Absolutely. I'm Brian Proctor for Dillis and Roy Civil Design Group. I'm here tonight representing the owner and applicant, Peter and Bonita Logan, and their project. So as was read into the record, we filed a notice of intent for a proposed addition to the existing single-family home. The site's located at 3 Briar Way, which is at the end of a cul-de-sac. We are at the end of the cul-de-sac. The entire northern and eastern portion of the property is abutted by a bordering vegetated wetlands, and as such, a majority of the existing lot, including the entirety of the existing dwelling, which I have here shown in brown, is located within the 100-foot buffer zone. The house is also located partially within the 50-foot front yard zoning setback. So when we were approached by the applicant and citing the proposed addition, we had a couple of constraints. One was the wetland buffer zone, but also we have to comply with the dimensional zoning setbacks. So that pushed the addition off of the road and into locations that we have.
Ryan, can I stop here for 1 second? Can I have screen sharing, please? Excuse me. Under James Gates.
You should be able to share now.
Thank you. Now I have to teach myself.
Are you
Go ahead, Ryan.
So the first portion of the project, and on your site plan is shown out in red. You're looking at the front of the dwelling. On the north side, on the left side, if you're looking at the dwelling, there's an existing elevated deck with stairs. We're proposing to remove that structure, and this is all located within the 100-foot buffer zone. That deck is about 172 square feet that we're proposing to remove. In that same location, I have on my plan shown in blue, we're proposing a mudroom addition with a laundry room that is about 190 square feet. It is within the same, it's approximately the same location as that existing deck. We do just have the stairs, which is the increase in square footage that I just noted, that provides access to the existing paved driveway. So that will provide access to that addition. The second part of the addition on the back of the house, if you're looking at it from the street, we have a deck that will be at the same elevation as that mudroom, and then a second addition that's going to be on a foundation that will function as a new master bedroom. The square footage of the deck, which will be semi-permeable, is 350 square feet. And then the bedroom addition, I have dimensions shown on the plan, but the square footage of that is about 326 square feet.
just explain what you meant by semi-permeable, meaning
Yes.
it's
Yes,
not, it's,
there'll be slats and spaces between the decking, so water can percolate down through.
and it's gonna be on sonotubes, and it's not any
sonotube
concrete or soil
piles.
disruption other than
So is it sonotubes or helical piles?
Frankly, I am not certain the answer to that question.
either they're minimal disruption, correct?
Compared to a foundation. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
The site is underlain with good sandy soils. We have the fire report from the septic system, and they have good sandy soils on the site, as with a large portion of this area. We've limited disturbance to completely outside of the 50-foot wetland offset. We do have erosion control barriers that will function as a limit of work, and those run along the 50-foot, nice and tight to the proposed work, and along some vegetation. We are not proposing any tree removal for this project. And with respect, I can speak a little bit to compliance with the bylaw. We are not proposing any disturbance within your 35-foot no disturb zone, nor any new structures within the 50-foot wetland offset that you have in your bylaw as well. Again, the existing house is entirely within the 100-foot buffer zone, so any expansion to that is also going to be in the buffer zone, which is why we're here. And why we filed the notice of intent. The site is very flat and very open in the back right now, so we don't anticipate any significant risk of runoff or erosion associated with the project. And as was mentioned, we did have a file number from Mass DEP already.
Here are some pictures.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, so that's the backyard. So on the left side, you can see that corner of the house. That's where the primary building is going, the master bedroom. That's the deck that's coming down. Those are the two trees that are identified on the plan. We're saving those. That's the deck that's being removed for the mudroom addition within that same location. And then that's an overall view of the backyard. And I was just saying there were no comments associated from DEP upon their issuance of the file number. So that's the project. I'll leave it there. If there's any questions, I'm happy to take them.
And you did, as you said, got that square footage, what, 712, I think?
Totally, yeah, just about. Yeah.
712. Thank you, Brian.
The mudroom,
Yes,
is that gonna have a foundation or is that?
that will, yeah, so we'll pour for a frost wall.
Okay.
For the foundation, and that's
Just like you would
it's a
for
split
the-
level, so the actual floor is higher. That's why we have the stairs to get up there. Right.
Ken, you had a question?
I have a question. Have we looked into whether there was a previous order of conditions on this? From any previous filings when it was
Standing.
built?
Standing right now, past order of conditions.
Brian, did you?
I did not see any when we were researching the property. No.
And I bring this up, I agree with your point that, you know, this is probably not in the 35-foot no disturb for the town and wetland bylaw, but these people will have no backyard. And the commission has a history of doing some very deliberate demarcations so that homeowners, current and future homeowners, can really understand what they can do in their backyard without being
The signs.
in the jurisdiction of the Towns and Wetland bylaw. And I don't see any of that on
We have,
pictures, and I
we
wonder if
don't,
it was on an old plan.
Placards.
we have done that.
We
Actually,
don't.
Frank did one, a couple months ago. It's not in our bylaws or regulations. It's
It
something
was,
we've
it
been
was a
playing
best
with.
practice at a time.
No, we've been doing it.
Okay.
So put a pin in that. Don't forget about that.
True.
Mike, tear apart the plan.
Okay. Well, my reaction was that, that it seemed like a very good plan. It's, as you said, if we looked at some of the pictures, it's absolutely flat there. Excellent drainage, so I didn't see any. You're just gonna, your plan is to just use wattles rather than, straw bales.
Actually, have wattles
Yeah.
with reinforcement silt fence.
Wattles.
Okay, and that, to me, that seems more than sufficient since it's so flat. I think there were not, the wetland boundaries weren't flagged. How does that work? Are they supposed to be
That
flagged?
was gonna be my next question. When are we going out to verify the flagging?
So
I did ask that of Brian why it was not
Brian,
flagged.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have
Ryan.
misunderstood.
his name's Ryan.
Ryan, I'm sorry. Yes,
Sounds like,
I know.
I've been called worse. We had not marked out the proposed additions. The flags were hung in the field. And then it's pretty well defined at the toe of the slope.
yeah, I mean, it's a very obvious
So
lot, what is
Yeah.
going on. The dynamics are straightforward. They have no yard. And it goes directly into,
Right, and I,
So, Kim, because you're so new to the commission, and Mike will get your phone number. So Mike we did do a site walk.
Yeah.
My apologies,
oh, I was left out.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
It's okay,
I
I'm
didn't
not
know-
on
I
the,
didn't know
I'm
you
not
were
in the header
officially yet.
anyways, I
So,
don't, I'm
no, we
vacant.
already caught that.
I'm vacant.
we'll have your name in immediately.
So, but you did flag it.
Arrow flag, yes, sir. Yep.
Where do you plan on stockpiling?
So the flags were checked is what you're telling me, sorry.
They are flagged in the field.
has this commission or its agent checked? the
What
flag?
agent?
I'm just saying, maybe it was done before. This is what we would
No,
normally
this
do.
is,
I think you
we're in
recall
such
me
a terrible
asking about the
transition.
Yeah,
flags.
you did.
I did not see any.
I didn't notice any
I
either.
am pretty
but,
quick
okay, so you
on
look,
it,
the flags are further down
correct?
within the woods. So unless you went down to the edge of the water, or you probably wouldn't have seen it. That said, where do you plan on stockpiling material?
So I think there will be a small exported material associated with for the frost walls. In reality, it's so flat, they're gonna excavate it, and if there's gonna be material used to stockpile the foundation, it just makes sense to leave it right there, right next to it, and that when the foundation walls are poured, just backfill it up against the
Because
foundation.
that's all very, very porous
So-
area.
So that
Yes,
should
it's
be,
sand.
that should be outlined on the plan, because this is a very, very tight area.
Indeed.
With
So
a
you're
septic,
saying-
with a septic on the other side.
Yeah.
So what's the distance between this deck and the silt fence?
You see 14 feet there, I'm saying 16 to 18.
I'm thinking 6.
15 feet, kind of laterally back, the closest point on the driveway is about
6.
5 feet, to the upper one there.
So it's lag, so see my mouse, where the silt fence is right here,
Yeah.
Correct, yeah,
to the stairs, you're 5 feet.
5 feet. Yeah, the intention there is to save that tree.
Right.
Yeah. So,
I know what your question's gonna be. Equipment bringing
Yeah, how do you,
from the backside, I assume we're gonna attack.
I would assume it's clear on this side,
Yeah.
probably around the backside of the system, walking right, it's all open yard at this point, so.
And you
that makes
will
sense.
mark the tank so that there's,
well, no, like, that's fine, but see,
They can drive over the D-box, right?
that's not good. So I'm sure they'll mark the tanks. So therefore the homeowner won't endure such a
Yeah,
pleasure of a,
it looks terrible.
Seen pictures of that.
okay,
yes,
but that's, okay.
irrelevant, but a point.
So we should note the location of where the stockpiled material is gonna be, because that is part of our regulations.
So you want, I assume you're looking for a stockpile
Yeah,
area
like we do every other
within the
place.
silk fence,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Right? That's what we do,
Yeah,
Mike.
so I was under the understanding
What else, Mike?
everywhere within the silk fence.
Then we
area
can go
would be
around
a
the table one
stockpile.
last time, or another time.
So where the wattle is located is consistent with the crown of the tree, but it could be pushed right up next to the trunk of the tree,
In theory, yeah.
or even go around the backside of the tree.
Well, if you do that, Mike,
Yeah.
if you start getting under the drip line of the tree, yeah, the chances of that tree dying go up exponentially.
Okay. I would just like to point out, I do have a note, under the construction notes that, construction materials to the greatest extent practical shall be stored outside of the 100-foot buffer zone. And I do provide an addition that construction materials shall not be stored within the. So, given the nature of the project, it's not uncommon to have building materials right next to where.
Can we pull up the picture of the backside with the porches again, please? So from the house to the buffer zone of the tree there, the wattles,
Yes.
from the actual house to that, what's the distance?
Just shy of 20 feet.
Well, if they build it right, you can put equipment in that way, dig out, pour in, and then go out the same way as you build, and make that your last pour. And backfill.
So this is a slab on grade, because it's frost wall.
Approximately correct.
Do you have the proposed elevation? Cause I know the floodplain's gotta be close, and it is floodplain.
There is no floodplain on this site.
Yeah.
We can put it out there. This is a 500-year flood, but the 100 is not extended.
I was gonna say that's pretty far down.
Yeah, there's a flood map in our notice of intent, that depicted that.
It is rather elevated.
Yes.
Towards the back. After Jerry. Orange is the 500-year flood. Zone 80 is 100. It's not present on the site there.
Yeah.
You did go out.
You went to the walk, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, explain again why you can't put the wattles a little farther away from the house so there's more working room in there?
Well, I'm certainly open to it. I was holding the 50-foot offset, kind of as the worst case, with your 50-foot on setback, but. Amenable to that.
Can we see a reason why we can't be moved farther up?
It can. We can ask our,
Oh, well, up for discussion, Sandra, you've been quiet, we'd like,
well,
we wanna
discuss
hear,
it.
and same with Abigail, your thoughts, please, both of you.
Oh,
Not trying to put it,
no, that's okay. No, I appreciate you asking. I was just, listening to Mike saying the waters could be brought closer, and I wasn't aware that was, I'm just learning something new here.
But not closer, farther,
Oh,
farther
sorry.
away. So
Farther
there's
away.
more working room within the.
Oh, okay, that's, okay, I'm sorry.
Were you notified of the sidewalk, Sandra?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you get a call about the sidewalk?
Yes, thank you, I did. I was just, I was hoping to go, I was unable to though.
yeah, it's all good,
That's why I appreciate the photos, so I can, get an idea.
Could you go back to the photo of the open yard?
this one,
Yes. Did you guys ever figure out what that mound is?
I did not, no, I did not.
It's moved,
Huh? What? No, it's a question.
the question, but it has no bearing on the site or anything in it. It's not covering anything, it's just a small anomaly of dirt from who knows what. Could have been leaves from years ago, could have been some dirt they left there.
Can I just ask a question? So where's the heavy equipment gonna, like, where are they gonna come in with?
so we were talking about it coming in on this side, right here where my mouse is.
Okay,
Yeah, you will not need a big machine, an excavator to dig these holes. It's all good material. It's a relatively small excavation, so relatively small excavator.
oh, okay.
75 or less.
And I'm sorry, what was total square footage again?
It's a little over 700 square feet.
I have no idea, is it Mike's? Not mine.
Oh, I hand ground.
You already have a copy. You already have
Can you go back to that picture you had just up there previously?
Yep.
Abigail, where's the mound?
The mound right there, yep, where the mound is on with.
What are your concerns? I'm curious as to what you see in the mound is a concern.
I was just
To
concerned.
walk in.
Hold on,
what-
let her just.
I'm asking a question. What is
I
it
know,
that you
and I-
saw that brought
Let her,
concern?
because we don't know what's buried under there. That's my concern. I was wondering if anything important is buried under there that we may not know about. I'm just concerned. That's why I asked, did they find out what was buried under there?
Mhm.
That was my only concern, because if it is innocuous, great, fine.
Septic system is marked there.
Well, no, it's on the side over here, so,
Mhm.
Jimmy, you want to start with the photos?
No,
Oh, I'm sorry, okay.
no, here, are you talking about this?
Is that the same packet?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know where that one.
I
is.
had an
Thank you.
extra, I handed out. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what the dirt pile is, I assume the owner knows, but, he knows we're proposing an addition around to that location, so if it was of significance, I'm sure he. Really not something.
Photos again.
And that's the tree that with that,
Right here.
yeah, with the ladder is up next to the trunk, so the wattle would be what, 5 or 6 feet in this direction from the trunk. Just about, yeah.
For keeping those trees and not done, so.
So with the exception of this oil location, it's all within existing landscape area. Um, What's, again,
Yeah, but my concern is what has happened and is reasonably to be expected is that people want to enjoy their homes. They want to go in their backyards, trees fall down, they want to do work. And I don't like that sometimes people get put in a position of no matter what they want to do, they're in jurisdiction of the Conservation Commission. Unfortunately, this house has already been built this way. And it seems like we should take into consideration making that worse. Or how do we make sure that current and future owners understand that there's this line, this 35-foot line?
so the only
Yeah,
part of the
which-
project that is within that line is right by this maple tree.
Which would be the,
Right, but their remaining amount of their property that they're allowed to enjoy without being in jurisdiction is shrinking. So how do you make sure that information gets communicated if that's not demarcated somehow? And that's why I asked if there was a previous order of conditions. I just was curious if that was ever even addressed. And I'm sorry, I'm living in the past. I'm probably gonna drive you nuts.
So you're concerned that they'll just have a much smaller backyard?
Hold it into a paper airplane. No, so
That
we talked
then,
about
that
this on
then
the
leads
project
to future,
where people
I don't wanna
encroach.
say conflict, but,
No, they encroach. The yard slowly grows,
right.
Oh,
you know, so, okay, fine, we require placards every 100 feet. You know, the little,
well, if you go back to the picture
I guess just think about it.
and you imagine the dimensions, the other one, I guess, is probably better.
this one,
No, the one that, Abigail and,
Jimmy, we're discussing. This one?
yeah, so I'm imagining where the addition would be, the bedroom, and there's still quite a bit of space there. I don't know the need to encroach. And you'd be encroaching down the hill, down a pretty steep slope to get to the wetlands.
Yeah, so to that point, the existing limit of the yard really, in my opinion, could not really expand much more because the land is not usable, just given how it drops off towards the toe of the slope. They've been maintaining the yard for what appears like a long time.
Yeah, it seems like it's as big as it's ever gonna be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if the commission would like us to put up placards every 100 feet along the top of the slopers or along the existing limit of the yard, I'm sure the owners would be amenable to that. If the commission desires.
It's good input. I didn't have the benefit of seeing it.
So, yeah, and we have the placards.
just,
And I'm also a lot of the things I'm gonna say about this, it's out of fairness to this applicant, future owners, and all the
No.
other applicants who have been asked to do perhaps similar
Yep,
things.
no, and we've done it, and I think it's a fair ask, and it's an easy ask, and we can provide placards.
putting the placards up.
Along the limits of the existing lawns, make sure there's no further expansion.
It's black and white.
Right.
It's black and white. It's a placard. I don't mean to be disrespectful, not to say it's
No, but
moot, but.
We've done it
it's-
with others,
Indeed,
so we should do it
indeed.
across.
Maybe if we had been on the commission 60 years ago and they put this in, because just looking at it and remembering it years ago, that is a filled-in area. They actually bulldozed and leveled that area out to that
Okay,
point.
but
But what I'm saying.
We're living in today, though.
I know, so you've got to
And I'm
accept
going-
that happened then. And what we have in front of us now today. It can't be changed. It is exactly what it is. The placards aren't gonna, I mean, if anything, they should say steep slope in 2 feet, caution. You know,
Okay,
no, don't be sorry, Tim, because we've done it with other projects and I'd like to
Mhm.
just keep continuing to do it so that it's fair for everyone. There's no
other
need to
projects
start.
didn't show such a stark contour, straight down.
Right, but it's an easy ask for
Sure.
something that we're gonna provide. And I don't know what the other commissioners feel.
Well, as a general concept, I think it's a good concept, and we should sort of apply that to all projects. In this particular case, I don't think it's necessary, but I certainly wouldn't be opposed to putting them up as one of those abundance of caution things. They can't hurt. There's no downside to putting them up, even though I don't think it's necessary.
I also feel that if we are gonna require it, they shouldn't be at the edge of the yard, it should be at the actual 35-foot.
No
Vegetative
disturb.
buffer.
Yeah.
Because.
That would be
then-
more consistent
Yes,
That
application.
would,
Yes.
I'll go on.
where that be exactly?
I think it's on there.
It's on there.
Right
It
about
does.
50 feet,
35 feet.
right where the proper deck is, right at the DSO, right
Yeah.
about there.
So,
That's the 35. Just a little beyond the silt fence, right?
Yeah,
That's a 50-foot one.
15
Yeah,
feet.
yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
so, and as part of the as-built for the completed, order, of compliance, you know, I'm sure you guys go out there, market and just tack them up.
Right.
Just so that there's no guessing.
Now, if there's existing lawn area that they've been maintaining historically, within the 35, can they continue to maintain that in the backyard?
If it's what, yeah, if it's existing, yeah.
Existing, yeah.
It
Oh,
is
yeah.
been mowed and it is,
I'm not,
from when I saw it, all
Touching
is
those
mowed
waters.
and existing. It's
Yeah,
been
exactly. Yeah, that's why I just don't want them to suddenly. I mean,
not a
I understand
beautiful
it's-
green, but it's a lawn.
It's been a long time.
right, so,
My point exactly.
Well, it's not new disturbance. we're proposing.
Brian,
Well, just to solve this issue going forward, we just need to make sure that property owners know clearly where their boundaries are when it comes to wetlands.
The
So that
jurisdiction
they
areas,
don't exceed that, to let them know. I mean, it's just as simple as, hey, let's let the Logans know that, hey, you're gonna lose your backyard if you do this addition. If you go through with it, you can't expand beyond this point as
and,
far as your backyard. I mean, it's as simple as that.
and we can discuss it, about amending
I mean,
or adding that regulation.
and really,
Tonight-
that's just,
I think it's a simple request.
right. I mean, honestly, that's kind of like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Courtesy, really, is to let people know that, hey, this is, if you do this, you lose.
I think for chain of custody purposes, because you can talk to one homeowner and they can be perfectly understanding and great, but you don't know that they're gonna maintain ownership of that property in perpetuity. That's why you write it as a special condition and then it goes for the deed.
Oh, yeah, with every plan, it's different,
Yeah.
it's unique, you know, you move forward, but as a courtesy, you let that particular person that's.
Yeah.
The applicant know at that time that if they desire to do this, they're gonna be limited to the backyard. So-
Yes, and then unfortunately, we're gonna have more and more and more of these, I think.
So this is gonna be a special condition?
The sign, yes.
Yeah.
If everyone's amenable, I wanna, Abigail and Sandra, I know you guys have been quiet. I want to make sure you both are heard.
I appreciate that. I'm just listening to this and it sounds reasonable,
Again, it's an existing lawn area.
right?
Right.
It's not like it's something new, it's been there.
So just to clarify, I apologize. If there's lawn there now within 35, will they still be able to maintain that area as lawn? Okay. All right.
That's part of the WPA.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch, I don't
Well,
want to
and
entertain discussing that. Okay.
if I may, that's a little bit why I brought up, has anybody checked if there was a previous order of conditions when this was built, because it is in Riverside. There was a commission at the time that would have possibly written a special condition that, no application of herbicides, fertilizers.
Right.
In that 35-foot area, and I don't think anyone's checked that.
Hey, Ryan,
We're short staffed right now.
I don't,
Sorry.
based on this, Tim, I don't think they're doing that.
I was gonna say, when was this house?
Well, it's a very long time. I pointed this out the sidewalk. So there's actually an easement at the end of this cul-de-sac that says for future roadway. And it points directly to the wetlands. I think it was done in the 70s or 60s. I forget what the subdivision plan was, but
I think it was late
Oh, it's-
70s,
yeah.
What?
late 60s, early 70s,
it was-
when Robichaud was up.
Okay,
Yeah, so
Okay.
a long time.
Okay,
We keep
again-
going. We have a 7:45 and
Sorry,
it is.
I know.
No, no.
So I have more questions.
Okay, go ahead. Because
Have we confirmed that the, abutter notification has come back and they match the list?
Right.
I sent I did.
And the,
I
we
missed-
literally,
I missed
living in the
that.
past, we literally used to go through the cards and check the list off.
yeah, we don't do
Does
that.
anybody do that?
Everything's all digital, online, received, and it goes.
Like the post office can send you a, boom. this is-
Correct. Verification of, and there's trying to keep it green, save paper.
Yeah, those little
And
cards,
that
those
was
little cards.
something that fell upon Colby to make sure it was printed out. Usually the clerk would go through, as you were referring to in your day, Kim, we would take the name of the green card, check it off to the list.
Right.
That was, we always did it that way. It's since
So that's all
changed.
digital now?
Yeah, it is.
So-
Oh, Jimmy has such a tough time with that.
I do. I struggle with it. I used to like the
It's up
green
here.
cards. There you go.
So that's what that means. I see, I didn't know what that
Yeah.
meant.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's only 3 or 4 butters.
3. I
No,
thought I
it's
counted
It's fine. It's fine.
5.
Okay, so, it's fine. Yeah, fine.
2
3 on the cul-de-sac and I got one on the back, I think.
across the swamp area.
The owner of the swamp, yeah, I forget exactly, but
That's owner of this.
Brian will have to go back. Yeah.
Okay, can we move this along? If everyone's okay with that, Kim, what else do you have?
So if the Townsend Wetland bylaw file folder hasn't been created, found that hasn't been created, then the fee hasn't been transmitted,
It has.
including for the fact it's in the ACEC, and we know it's correct. Like, who's checking that?
Ryan is
We're a little understaffed right now. We'll
I know.
get right back to you about who.
Yeah.
Well, I
Literally. That's
4
literally
hours,
something.
4 hours is what
I
we
know
were
that's what you
allotted.
get.
And I can tell you last week, we flew
We
right
got
over.
lucky
sure we
with
did.
it too. It
Well,
was only gonna be,
that's not, we just have to work through it. It doesn't mean we cut corners or
No.
don't do steps. I
no, I
mean,
agree, but we're,
if the town
we're
wants to
right at the
complain we're
very-
broke, then we're gonna work at the pace that we can. Which
we're-
maybe-
Okay, we are, like, I'm gonna try to be patient, but
it's usually me pushing that on.
you are.
Just sit up and give it a pressure.
What other questions? Because ask all the questions you have. We're not gonna not have questions.
The filing information and the fee was my last question.
Okay.
And there's already been a site walk, so, because normally we would have said, we would have opened, had a little presentation and continued to do so.
Correct.
But you guys
No,
are.
so we do sidewalks prior.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
All the time?
Yes.
A lot has changed for the good of the
We try
bad.
not to have continuances, but you are correct with Ryan. I see a copy of one check.
I think
According to this, there should have been 2, one for the wetland bylaw fees and one to Townsend's WPA share
WPA.
filing fees.
So we'll just give it a file number after
Hold
that.
on. I don't know where he left off with file numbers.
I know there were 2 checks cut, so I will
Okay.
verify that.
Not too good.
Yeah.
Which one is missing?
I think it was
Unless it was-
the WPA.
Um,
They could have put it into one. They've done that before.
all right, what page is that on here for the? Geez.
It's towards the front.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
right
do
here.
that.
House edition, 110.
Just WPA, just the Protection Act portion.
I'm sorry, James, I didn't hear what you were asking. What did you say?
Trying to figure out what the,
Payment schedule.
Fee transmittal
Oh, okay.
for the state and the local filing.
Brian, could you share with the commission why you went with an NOI instead of an RDA on that? And some of the reasons why you wouldn't.
no,
do an
we're not
NOI?
going
I
down
don't
that road
think we
right
need
now.
to.
I was interested
I
in
know
it
you are.
for younger people.
You are.
I just found out about that.
Who's counting?
So,
Just by a bit.
both of you,
Mike started it.
according to this, I think we're fine.
With the fee?
So, I'm gonna make a motion. Brian, I'm sorry to do this to you. You've got to make a motion to continue this. I can't. Like,
Can I make the motion?
you can make the motion, Sandra.
Okay. Right now?
Yep, right now, I apologize.
I'd like to make a motion to continue the word hearing.
Yeah, hearing.
Hearing for the mention of DEP number,
Yep.
DEP number 308-0732 to next meeting, which is,
September,
let me say, it's gonna be September
September 9th.
9th. Thank you.
Ryan, I'm really sorry, but we need it broken down
Absolutely.
better, and
No problem.
we also needed a Townsend wetland bylaw, and
So
this is just a breakdown of what we were left with.
in regards to the wetland bylaw, is that something on our end, or is that something that?
So I have a copy of just one check, but it doesn't break down,
Okay, got
because
it.
there should have been a portion that went to the state, a portion that went to the town.
Yeah.
who's it made out to, Tom?
Town of Townsend, this, we
So
have
it's vague.
zero help right now.
I
Our
understand, yeah. Absolutely.
admin that's helping us, she is doing everything she can to catch us up to where we are.
Absolutely, yeah, I understand.
Um,
No problem.
I want to make sure this is right, so we don't have to unwind it.
Yes, agreed.
Someone's gonna second it.
So someone make a second.
Second.
Okay. Discussion, or I'm gonna amend that motion. Please add a detail for the signage. I know Frank has a detail for that,
For the placards,
for the placards.
the number of how many?
You guys figure out however many feet,
Every 50 feet, right?
they can figure it out. And then a location for the stockpile. Sandra, are you okay with that amendment?
Yes,
Brian, do you mind just re-seconding that?
I resecond that.
Discussion to any of this? My apologies again. Roll call vote, starting with Mike.
Mike Foster, yes.
Abigail Farley, yes.
Kim Green, yes.
James Gates, yes.
James Groen, yes.
Sandra Lord, yes.
Brian Dickinson, yes.
Mr. Chair, if I could make a comment.
Yes, sir.
commission members that were not able to attend the site walk wanted to go back and verify wetland flag or see the site for themselves. I'm sure the owner would be amenable to that. I just wanted to throw that out there. So I'm not happy to meet you there, whatever is.
Oh, thank you.
Whatever the commission wants.
That's very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kim, we can figure out something so you can get out there and look at it if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
I'd like to go this time too.
Okay.
I was unable to go, so if you're gonna go out again, I'd definitely like to go.
So, does Ryan need to be there for the second site visit?
He should be.
He should be, so we need to determine the time.
So you can reach out to him and figure it out. Does that work?
Yep, so I need,
We can exchange numbers and.
okay, yeah, let me get your number. Is there any days in particular that are better than others?
So, Mike, if you wanna just either step out into the hall to talk to him, or,
No,
moving on, 2.2. 807, notice of intent, DEP number 308-0729,
Good to go.
Can I ask a quick question?
Go ahead, Sandra, while I look up.
Okay, so I don't know if this is time to say this. Is this the same, gonna be the same exact way it was before when it was presented, or like another time? I'm just
The
curious.
first time?
Yeah, is everything
I don't know.
okay?
Are you asking about Cedar Road or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cedar
It
Road.
was a
You guys have already-
long presentation. I'm just
Oh,
pulling up
so is this a continuation?
Nope,
No. Oh,
sit back and enjoy the ride.
oh, because I looked at this plan for a long time today. You think I had comment?
Sit back and enjoy the ride. I'm just trying to pull up the. But
Is this the one that had all the colors and everything on it? It was really fancy and detailed. I liked it.
I didn't bring that.
Oh, okay.
she's out.
You don't have the ball guy tonight.
I was getting all excited. I really
Did
enjoyed
Ryan
looking
leave
at
without
that.
this?
He's fine about it. We'll make sure.
And I didn't bring the plans because it's my understanding you put them up on the screen.
Correct.
Maybe if it,
I understand.
If you ask nicely.
I would appreciate it if you would please put them up on the screen. Or get the butters as well as myself.
As soon as the orange exclamation point goes away.
And I'll tell you who I am if you want right now, or I'll wait till you.
I need to open the hearing and I'm just
Oh.
trying to get the legal
Under
ad.
this.
What? What?
Nothing, go ahead.
He's about to implode right now.
Mhm.
Great, or seven, though.
All right, so pursuant to the Mass WPA, Townsend Wetland bylaws, Townsend Concom will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, August 26, 2026, during their 7 PM meeting. Public hearing will be held virtually via Zoom, and in person at Town Hall at approximately 7:45 PM on a notice of intent filed with the Conservation Commission by Belvedere Capital as DEP number 308-0729. The property is located at 0 Seaver Road, map parcel ID 23-4-0. The proposed project is for the development of a 500-foot long subdivision road for the creation of 3 single-family house lots and associated stormwater management system only. Part of the development is within 100 feet of a wetland. Parties wishing to speak in support of or in opposition to this application may do so at the meeting or in writing prior to the meeting. Copies of the applications are available for review at Town Hall during business hours. If you don't mind, or is there a motion to open the hearing? Reopen the hearing.
Reopen.
I'll make a motion to reopen the hearing of EP number 308-0729. Anything else I have to add?
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call vote starting with Mike.
Mike Putz, yes.
Abigail Farley, yes.
Kim Greeno, yes.
James Gates, yes.
James Dorian, yes.
Sandra Lord, yes.
Brian Pennington, yes.
If you don't mind introducing yourself, who you represent, and
Sure. My name's Mike Scott. I'm an engineer with Land Design Collaborative. I'm actually a professional engineer on the project. I think last time you had Wayne Bellick
Yeah,
from our office. He's in Ashburnham tonight. So, as I understand it, this is reopened because there was incomplete advertising or notification the first time.
yes.
And
that was my biggest concern. I think it needs to be mentioned now. Are we,
Not just the first time, but it was also the second time.
do we have all the abutters notified? Are we gonna hear that I am an abutter, I was not notified? Gee
so we
whiz.
notified 10 individuals. We have the green cards. We notified the folks within 100 feet
So,
for the wetlands protection rights.
Mr. Chair? Yes, introduce yourself and address, please.
38 Cedar Road, Robert A. Lot, Stephen Veselix.
What number Seaver Road again?
38. We were one of the ones that didn't get green card notification the last time. We've still not received a green card notification.
What was your name again?
A Lot, AYLOTT,
What was your first name?
Robert.
Robert.
Well, let's see if you're
I'm not trying to be difficult, but if I'm hearing correctly that we're supposed to be notified, we've not been notified.
You're in Townsend?
Yes,
Number 38.
You're on the list. Or like we're notified.
well,
that's the assessors.
The last meeting, Colby, his last name said that we were on the list.
So what does that mean for?
What? He physically handed you
Someone
The letter.
handed me a piece of paper. It had some incorrect dates on it, but yes, somebody handed me a piece of
It was
paper.
Colby, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, this is the certified list from 38 Cedar Road in Vernon. And we're not in the green cards for that reason. There were 7 folks in Townsend and 3.
You mean there were 7 individuals that were established as standing abutters to 0 Seaver?
From your abutters, your assessors, that is correct. And then there were 3
Could I
who went to Lunenburg.
3,
It should be on both sides of the line.
That's correct.
That's
Yeah, I'm
Lunenburg,
just
yeah.
referring to
Yeah.
what your assessors gave.
correct.
So there were 10 names. We received 7 of the green cards, 6 of the green cards. One of the ones that hasn't been returned is we're representing Mello and Belvedere. Their card did not return. So that was 1 of the 3, but or 1 of the 4 that was. So the slips are here, but the card hasn't been returned.
And your last name is Alot, A-Y,
AYLOTT.
L-O-T-T, okay?
And maybe if you pull up the plan, we can find out where the stray lots off the property is, and we can look at the, doesn't look like Townsend gave us a map, but Lunenburg. Excuse me. Lunenburg's map doesn't show Townsend, so. Is it both sides?
Yep, I'm working on it.
You didn't happen to bring that piece of paper that was given to you last time, did you?
I did not, no.
Did this happen to anybody else?
Okay, which, sheet?
If you go to the next one.
Oh, and let me open this.
So I'm looking at the, that we prepared for the town of Lunenburg, so they could figure out what lots were relevant, because they don't know where your lot is. Towns, and this happens all the time on town lines. Their map doesn't show you. Or your assessor didn't provide a map. You're not on the list. It sure looks like you're within 100 feet, though. I will agree with that.
It does look as if he is within the 100.
According to the sketch that we prepared for the town of Lunenburg, so that we could help them figure out who we needed to notify. Since they don't-
Thinking, hold on.
So. But they're not on the list. 38 is not on the list. Provided by your town.
You say provided by our town.
Yeah,
Do
your
you do it?
assessors provides the certified list of abutters.
Correct, I
We notify those individuals. They're not on it.
Do you feel as though there is an inadequacy in the assessor's office on this one?
I don't know what causes the error. I mean, people move. I don't know what what drives.
Robert, how long have you lived there?
Over 20 years.
You get a tax bill? Yeah, you're not on the list. I don't know what to tell you. You're here.
I'm just bringing up a statement from the meeting.
I understand. I recall it.
So I'm gonna note that. Okay, so noted.
You should have received a copy of the assessor's certified abutters list as part of the filing. So that explains.
Well, no, we do not see that. We usually would get green cards. We just went through
We
that.
have those too.
We get it through
Jimmy, we are trying,
digital.
right, so.
And this is the problem we went into last time. I'd rather not go into a long meeting if it's.
We're there. We're already in that long meeting. So there's.
Mr. Chair, we may not be able to solve this tonight, and there's no shame in continuing a hearing. I know you guys have a proud track record of getting stuff done the same night.
And if I may, I would suggest that we've complied with the regulations. It's not our job to create the assessors list. It's the certified list provided by your town. As
Yeah,
I mentioned, this happens routinely, not usually when someone's been in a home for 20 years, I would agree, but I've seen it any number of times.
There's the map. I can
So
zoom
you-
in, but
So this is the end of the Belvedere property, and this is, the property in question 2 doors away, is that correct?
That's correct. Adjacent to number 40.
So it looks to us like you're pretty close.
40.
I don't have the frontage of this lot. What's the minimum frontage in town? Anyway, I'm trying to help this along.
200 in
No,
most
those lots are 200.
zoning, right?
It's 200 feet, 200 rows.
Most places, and this is.
It's 200.
Looks like these lots are a lot narrower.
But I'm not the planning board.
They would have to be less than 100 feet for,
For that. Okay.
although that's not true because there's the extension of some of the property that's affected up here, so that would put it in within 100.
The actual frontage of 38 is on Gilbert.
So that probably explains why it didn't get listed.
Explain it again.
within 100 feet of the project.
That's probably the reason, because the assessor probably didn't count the strip of Cedar Road that gets within 100 feet of
I gotcha.
their property. Because the lot proper does not reach it, but that other piece of Cedar Road would, right? Does that make sense?
Rather figure it out
So
than have it a
noted.
mystery.
I don't know
Yeah.
how we address it. You're here, though.
Yes.
We appreciate you
Here is an
attending.
interested party. I was just pointing out something from the last meeting, and when I heard you speaking of the green cards from the previous,
And once again, here we are.
and once again, here we are, correct.
Correct.
So if I, were you notified from the planning board?
I was notified for the
Okay,
plan.
because that was, you were definitely within 300 feet. That's given, so.
There,
But I think
there,
it's the
that's
Cedar
right.
Road extension,
Times 3 opposed to 100.
that's correct.
Correct. All right.
That's
That's an
the
interesting-
reason you didn't.
Remember that one. That's way
my
back.
supposition.
I'm just trying to find the, what Kane had sent, emails. Go ahead,
So I know this was presented previously, in the spring.
Yeah.
And at the planning board 3 or 4
Spring.
times.
Mhm.
You've been at those meetings, I understand it. Go through the entire presentation again. Or,
Bill Sanders.
you know, you're telling, I don't have, I won't, I'm not Mr. Bell. The bald guy. So, I'll work off of this plan and I can do a brief presentation and take questions, however you'd like to.
Yeah, there's a new commission is the one here.
Okay, well then, yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah, so, and I'll try to do one of 10 different things, so I can scroll as you need.
Okay, well, if we start here, so this shows the property. It's off the end of Seaver Road. So on the town line of Townsend and Lunenburg to the south. Would it be better standing over there so we can see? So it's about a 13.5 acre property. 13-acre property. In this, at the end of Seaver Road, town line is here to the south. It's primarily wooded. The wetland system, your jurisdiction is due to a wetland system sort of in the central southern portion of the site, which was flagged by Joe Lolino, formerly of Mass DEP Central Region. In spring of 25, I believe. And of course it has 35 and 50 and 100 foot buffer zones under your bylaw. There's no floodplain, there's no natural heritage. There are no other, there's a watershed protection district overlay on this property, and there's no ACECs, but there's also, in addition to the watershed protection, there's a natural heritage line that runs down the road and then off in this direction. So
the separating point is natural heritage is to the left.
That's correct. This
To
is
the left,
natural heritage.
nothing to the right.
That's correct. So the lot is not covered with natural heritage or floodplain or ACEC. Or any ORWs or certified mineral pools.
But that chunk of the road is sliver, right?
This former road.
Yeah.
Portion of the road is, and there's no work proposed there, so.
As we scroll down, you can see it better.
So essentially what you're seeing is the entirety of the lot, you're seeing the neighboring lots. This is 38 right here. So if you want to scroll ahead, so the proposal is to this is just a note sheet, so keep going. Proposal is to construct, stop here for a second, there's no grading, but this will be showing intent. Is to bring a 500 foot cul-de-sac into the property and create 3 new building lots. So the proposal is, the notice is filed solely for the infrastructure of the roadway, which is, you know, the paved roadway itself, the underground utilities, and primarily the stormwater system. And none of the paved roadway is within 100 foot buffer zone. However, the stormwater system, which sits in this area, is within the 100 foot buffer. None of it is within the 35. Some of it is within the 50. So it keeps growing. And essentially the drainage runs this way, which you'll see when we get to the drainage. Let's go a little farther, I think. Well, this is the legal plan showing easements and whatnot to encompass the utilities and the stormwater system primarily. Keep going. So while we're scrolling, the design is predicated on your your local stormwater standard, which regulates development and water quality and water quantity mitigation based on the 10 standards of the state policy, as well as what is effectively the EPA's MS4 requirements for DPWs. So that means there's, in addition to the state stormwater standards, there's total phosphorus and a higher level of TSS administered through your local stormwater permit. Since this falls in a major stormwater permit category that's administered by the planning board.
It does fall under the major storm.
Correct. And so it's the applications to the planning board were for definitive subdivision and for the major stormwater.
Okay.
So the subdivision, the planning board had
the bid set of plans, and the stormwater, report peer reviewed by, Hoyle Tanner for both compliance with the subdivision regulations as well as the local stormwater regulations. And that hearing the other night, well, a couple months, I mean, a month or more ago, the stormwater
With planning,
with planning was complete. Their peer reviewer says that all comments have been addressed, that this satisfactorily, meets all your local requirements. So it meets all 10 standards of the state, 1 through 10 that you're accustomed to, in water quality, water quantity,
and that doesn't involve 401, right?
that's correct. There's no 401 lead here. There's no alteration of any boundaries.
So therefore, they would not have triggered a 401 water
This one
quality?
doesn't trigger a 401.
Gotcha.
So in addition to those 10 standards, which include PSS, recharge, peak rates, no erosion, no direct discharge, the need for O&M plans pre, during, and post-construction for the construction activities, and then the permanent stormwater facilities. If you scroll one more, this is shows the limited clearing and staging and whatnot, but if you scroll one more, it should show the grading.
Share that, Mike, staging, materials.
Okay, right here.
We've already picked through this plan.
I know, and Wayne went like, wow, right. And the site walk was rather in-depth.
Right here.
You were there too, right, Mike?
Mhm.
Okay,
So
I think you and
So
I
if
were
you
the
stay
only
here,
ones.
this is gonna show you the work that is, generating the conversation and within your jurisdiction. So again, the wetland system kind of sticks up off the bottom of the sheet here. The boulder line is the 100-foot buffer zone, so that runs around the site like this. Then your 35 and 50 are down in here. So the 35 is this dash line, there's no work within it. The 50 is slightly beyond that, there is work within it. And then, of course, the 100 out here, there is, grading and all stormwater infrastructure. The road ends just shy, and that's the right of way ends just shy of the 100-foot buffer. The paved road actually ends about 110
With
feet from the wetland.
to the outside edge of the cul-de-sac,
Outside edge of the pavement,
just to that edge.
about 110 feet from the wetland.
Okay,
And then the outlet pipe from the stormwater system that would empty, drain the road and empty into this system is just within it, maybe 10 feet within. And the rest of it, there are some other pipes, there are outlet control structures, everything to manage the flow of the runoff that reaches these ponds, as well as those 2 boulder lines running through the center here. Those are to collect the tributary area that is from offsite from the neighboring homes, and rather than route it into the stormwater system and overtax that and make that, require that to be larger, we're passing it through the system under the basin and into a discharge point, again, outside the 35-foot. So it's actually outside the 50-foot. So all of this would be, with the exception of the pipes and some flared ends and an outlet control structure, which is really nothing more than a manhole with 2 holes in it, to allow water to pass through at controlled rates. This is all earthwork, no concrete or other materials, other than the pipes and the structures. If this is primarily what you're looking at, is primarily earthwork. There would be some rock riprap for overflows and outlet protection.
right, for all the slow down sections
To
where
still
you're gonna
water.
do the, correct.
Exactly. So that was all
But you will
included in
have
the
a degree
stormwater
of
report.
man-made product in there.
Some of them, yeah. Right, there's no man-made product except for the pipe. So this is all documented in the stormwater report that was done in June, which was essentially the stormwater report that was done originally in January or February. That was originally filed with the commission, with the exception of we beefed up the documentation to demonstrate compliance with the phosphorus and the 90% TSS removal. And the simple way of thinking of how that's accomplished is the federal guidelines say that if you're using certain types of stormwater BMPs, in this case an infiltration system, retaining and infiltrating up to 1 inch, the equivalent of 1 inch off all impervious areas, satisfies the phosphorus and TSS requirements. Depending on the soil conditions, there's a sliding scale. There's actually graphs and numerical methods to solve it. We included the graph as pictures, and it's much simpler to understand. But again, that's all calculated, tabulated in the stormwater report. This was again peer reviewed by town's consultant Hoyle Tanner.
Correct, that was
first round, we did not
that's
get
the
a clean
planning
bill,
board's
but the
third party consultant.
Correct.
Because we have no ability to review
A
stormwater.
lot of commissions are.
Yeah, so why are we stuck on it? Let's keep going.
Right.
So
Bingo.
essentially, your jurisdiction is this 100-foot line with the understanding that during construction, there will be disturbance. And then eventually there will be homes that will require additional disturbance, which are not part of this plan. So there'll be separate NOIs filed for the home construction at the time that the road is ready to, the town is ready to permit building permit. Or obviously prior to that, but in order to cite the individual final home that's selected, we have done, you can see we've done soils testing. So for instance, in this area, we're probably gonna end up testing, and I think this lot needs a little more testing. The other lots were tested outside the jurisdictional area. You can see some of the testing here. We soil tested within the basins, testing is over here. But we did have witness soil testing, or we didn't do, it was actually Brad's engineering, a previous engineer on this project.
Previous to you, which was done in what, 2000?
Two, I think this was approved as a preliminary plan. That's my, I'm,
Approved
as a preliminary. with conditions
as a
of my-
preliminary.
That's correct. So then
Right.
so then there was a second.
And then they had to go around back in 1922,
I don't know about that. We came back in 20.
and there was another one, I think
We
1998,
never had
That
this
I don't know.
in 22.
come in front of
At least in
planning.
front
You
of
didn't, no,
us.
you didn't.
Three.
Preliminary subdivision plan. I never went farther than that.
Correct.
Right.
And
So
there was
this is
a
the
reason
further-
why it got shot down.
I don't know the history. of the
Okay.
plan. And I wasn't aware it was shot down, but as may, it's back to the.
So
planning
am I to understand planning board gave a
Ready.
blessing on all
No,
of this?
They're in the decision
continued it.
making stage. They have not approved it.
Oh, I had questions on that
But
I think
they have
think it's
addressed-
important these things are brought up
Yeah,
in
no,
discussion.
Okay, well, Kim, what's your question?
Yeah,
So-
so do you want to say anything more about the site
Well,
grading?
no, we do, but hold on, I just want you to.
I was just, you mentioned the planning board's process. I was wondering if, so for this application, a waiver was requested to not have to show the alternatives. Was there never like any demonstration of an alternative build out that was like two
Well, so the
houses, two
alternative.
houses off of a common drive?
There's adequate lot area frontage for 4 lots.
Correct, that's stands at 3 right now.
Down to
That's,
3.
that's what the give back was.
I can't speak to what the planning is because I'm not been participating in that. That's actually Wayne.
There's a big, it's
Because
a
by-
big
by-
onion.
Yeah, I'm very curious because by approving this, we're backdoor approving lot 3, which has a house that is,
Outside the buffer.
the house is in the buffer.
The house
So
is
it's
in the
a-
buffer.
The house is in the 100-foot buffer, which is
Well,
exactly
so
what
you
we're
got-
talking
you
about.
got- Well, hold on, but
It shows.
So if I may, if you want to scroll to the build-out plan, because
Mm-hmm.
that's done so we can do stormwater calculations. So what we do with the build-out plans, we make long driveways and big houses. That ramps up the impervious, so we make sure this system is oversized. That's how we operate. Whether others do or not.
Checks and balances.
That's
Left-
just safer for our client. We have overkilled the design.
I
Which I
got
understand we've been accused of overkilling design, but we're not. It's designed to your town standards.
Thinking, hold on,
Yeah, that's an earth.
yeah, did I go too far?
Mike
No, but that actually shows the house.
Cullis.
Oh, there you go.
I know, I'm trying not to go too fast, because.
Yeah.
Would it have been helpful for us to have a plan in front of us?
No, it would have been
Because
helpful.
this
It's so many pages, and if there was,
So here's
Something else.
the house you're talking about.
right, and isn't that the buffer zone line going through the middle of the house?
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. and there's the
Correct.
house Over here, no. and-
So no alternatives were explored, they're
Well, so
just
as I
kicking
said,
it to us if they approve it?
So as I say, we're not asking for approval of the house location.
I understand.
So the road layout was assessed multiple ways. There's no alternative to the road layout except to shorten it. And you're gonna get 2 lots.
We got that from Wayne.
So this road, which is the allowable distance by the planning board, creates enough frontage for 4 lots. So this is a 3-lot proposal.
But
Right,
once
but-
again, state 4 could go in there. Well, we're not doing that.
So, well, there's a couple things. You're talking from a stormwater perspective, absolutely. This would still be exempt from the state stormwater, but it's irrelevant in county because you have a more restrictive.
Much more.
Kim, ask your
It's
question,
similar
please.
to all the other towns.
Kim, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I can't even ask it as a question because we're not looking at the houses, but I can see what's gonna happen with that lot 3.
Possible.
It's a 2,000 square foot, house. You're gonna have a young couple with a couple of kids. They're gonna wanna use their yard. their house is in the buffer zone.
So we're showing the 35-foot
You know?
buffer, and you were talking about demarcation or delineation of the buffer
On,
zone.
right, on a house that already had
So the
previously
35 is
disturbed.
here, right? So this still gives you 35, the 50
Right.
is here. So they'd have roughly a 40 to 50-foot yard without encroaching into your 35.
Wouldn't it be much more user-friendly for the town and future owners of this property to, you know, make it a small, you know, 1,200 square foot, age restricted, you know,
Well, so that I can't speak to what they
55 plus
sell the lot
house
to,
instead of-
frankly, that's not germane to the
instead of the
conversation, to the
It is.
planning
conversation.
board
It's
sticking
not,
this on us.
it's outside your jurisdiction.
These,
It is right now.
the building lots are going to get more and more complicated.
I know.
And more
as
and more
long as they-
McMansion.
But if they're designed within standards and they're built using best management practices, there is, you know, we have an obligation to oversee the permitting and to issue the permit. It's the law. So we go back and forth, but
I was making a suggestion.
So if I may, one of
There's
the
a better way to do
noted.
this.
one of the reasons we, like I said, over design is so that it gives the owner, the future owner, whether it's the current owner or future developer of the slot or private buyer, perhaps you buy it, you can put the house where you want. But we've designed the system so that if you have a big house and a large driveway, it's covered. If you choose a smaller driveway and smaller house, then the system is even more robust and therefore it's even more effective, which means you're choosing to do good for the town. This supports the protections that the town requires. And if someone chose to put this house up here for some reason and move their system around, whatever they choose, that's.
So you're saying it would be to the preference of the new homeowner to place the
We're not-
building?
we're
It
not
would be
talking
on the
about the
design,
house
it would be
lots.
the design at the time when the notice of intent is filed, whoever chooses to build on that lot, whether it's us or someone.
Sure, we
engineering.
got it explained. Yeah,
And of course, it's their choice to request an order of conditions from you, that's their.
and all those, yes.
keep scrolling.
And I mean, I'll start answering other questions, and I don't know what else you wanna look at, there's construction details for all of this, there's erosion control measures, you know, the BMPs. There are the, every pipe and outfall, and all those items, again, required for planning for the construction of the road, they're all on there, road cross section, just like the roadway depth and all that. Section of the materials necessary, specifications, you know, either MassDOT or ASHTO required.
There are a lot of dynamics on this set of plans. Everything to all the water drainage, how you put in the water controls, et cetera, there's a lot.
We're trying to be thorough. 'Cause that's
I
the
understand
requirement,
that, but there's, what I'm saying to this commission, there's a lot to it, there's a lot of moving parts. There's some history behind it. I'm more looking at some more history to this. That's all I'm gonna say.
So that your road profiles, again, has been deemed they're adequate or, you know, consistent with your town requirements. There's a planting plan, for the street
But
trees.
still presently planning board.
No,
They
has
continue
anything
the hearing on
changed?
Monday night.
Has anything changed since this was last in front of us?
So effectively what's
Which is-
changed is the documentation of,
The
the
stormwater.
stormwater, and then commentary by, Oil Tanner on either plan content necessary to check a box in the subdivision regulations. But the layout of the site, the road proper, the grading, drainage network, the location of the home.
Maintains.
The only thing, one thing we did add, again, a direct result of the town's bylaws, we did include an infiltration swale along the long driveway of one of the homes. So
But
that's,
we're not permitting though.
I know, but that's included in the stormwater, so you can go back, shown as a requirement in this set of plan. It's shown along,
Still holds bound.
so it would be a requirement to construct that.
Right, and that's something we would have probably picked up on when it came to us, so.
How does that carry through?
So it's on this plan, so you make a condition that the infiltration trench along that particular lot is constructed. It's below any development. so
It
the
would go
intent
with
is
that particular lot, that particular house.
It will, well, if you go back to it, I can show you, but essentially it's on the downhill side of any development of the lot. Actually,
Otherwise, Jimmy.
yeah, you keep going up, we'll get to it. And again, it's meant to
What are the
capture
conditions
runoff
on
from the driveway and the home and steer it to the basin. So it's a,
And slow it down,
all of
and
that,
control.
and infiltrate and direct.
so it had multi-purposes to
Correct.
slow it down, control it, and allow it to percolate into the ground,
And
percolate down.
get the flow to
Thank you.
all of those. you might be able to see it.
It's,
Yeah, it's actually, it's right there, stop here.
Where the colors?
Well,
I know.
I'm pulling a hotspot off my phone, because my Wi-Fi password wasn't working.
It's right here. Anyway, it's this item and it's right here and it steers along and and it would be here. So it basically takes the water into this end of the basin, the sort of southwestern, southeastern side of the basin.
Controls it now, where does it run back under?
It runs into this basin, so then it just fills up the basin and then it would.
Okay.
And so then it's routed through the system.
I got you. Yeah.
But that isn't necessary for the peak rates, it's necessary for the phosphorus and TSS from the town's
Scanned.
So that would be the one sort of grading add-on, the rest of it is notes, again, some plan content to meet the requirements of the subdivision regulations.
Once again,
Plan content or notes related to the subdivision requirements.
which is,
Again, that's what I'm saying, that's what changed.
right, I don't say it's
In
not
terms of
important,
design
it
elements,
is,
it's basically this.
right.
We always had this sort of, what I call diversion swell. So if you look at the grading, this sort of diversion to keep the runoff from the neighboring lots.
Meaning the stone wall and separation, correct?
It's everything from above rather than letting it run onto the road and get into this.
You
We're
grab
steering
it,
it around and letting it run through the natural course.
you've made,
And that allows us to keep the system smaller.
who wants to live in?
Well, you don't have to. Is there, okay, Mike, let's go around the table.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, it was beginning to come back to me. When we saw it before with, and your colleague described it, we concluded that it was, pretty much for some of us, the most complicated, complex, system that we were going to have to, that we were encountering. And, we had lots of questions and all of our questions were, answered. The last one that, Jimmy, you described to Jimmy about how it would go flow naturally down there. I remember that discussion. And, I dare say his explanations were,
eloquent,
more than thorough.
Yeah. I thought,
More than thorough, and I recall that we were pretty much satisfied, or I was, with the plan as described.
I'm never satisfied, but I still have more concerns.
Yeah.
I have some stuff I'd like to look at and revisit. How many commissioners do we have in front of us that
I know,
haven't
these
even
are-
stepped
yeah.
on that sidewalk?
Right.
More than that, yeah.
So,
And the level of complication behind it warrants such, but I'm not,
No, I
I'm just a
agree.
commissioner.
I agree. I'm just saying that at the time, we were impressed.
I was,
Yeah.
So is this gonna be a public road?
So the way it's designed is to be accepted by the town. Of course, it's a petitioning process, town meeting, after it's
but
asked.
that has to get reviewed with, does
Well,
it have
no.
ability for emergency vehicles?
No, Jimmy, we're not going down that road because that's not our jurisdiction. I asked because the DEP comments.
I got you.
Yeah.
Retract my
Well,
last question.
The DEP comments, I think, were issued prior to the revised stormwater report, which addresses the questions about.
Yep,
Storm. And I actually take exception to that comment. That's actually incorrect, the DEP comment. It's under 4 lots. It's a subdivision of under 4 lots. Or under 5 lots, I'm sorry. It's 4 or fewer.
If it was 5, that made a difference?
Five is the threshold for requirements under the
Okay.
WPA regulations, 310 CMR 10. Yes, 5 or more, same with single, unless this one, not to get into the weeds.
And that
unless
would
this is a
trigger
critical area, but it's not.
4-1 quality?
No, it would just require a 2-lot subdivision that is, in a drains to a critical area, an ACEC or an ORW or any of those, areas defined as a critical area, has to meet the standards to the extent practicable. Anything 4 or fewer that doesn't drain to a critical area does not have to comply.
Okay.
Now, that's at the state level, but again, your own local regs require not only the state standards, but the phosphorus and the 90% TSS rather than the 80%.
Which is our hometown rule.
Which is,
Um,
right, that's that's a very common stormwater standard,
That would be under our
Our rule.
Bylaws.
which is being
We are,
administered by the planning board.
Right.
And has passed muster with the peer reviewer.
There's
no drainage comments.
Did all of these revisions get submitted to Mass DEP?
Yes, the 720 set and the stormwater reports.
when were they? 7/27?
720 is the date of the plan. If you scroll over, that should be the plan we're looking at. And, the June stormwater report. Yeah, right here. 720.
See, that's where it would have been nice to have a set of plans in front of us.
Well, it would have been
I know. I'm only being a cranky.
Had I known, I would have.
18 pages of rustling, but there should be a set
Right.
of plans in here,
Yeah.
and they're not.
You're
So
right.
We can get you a set of drawings if they haven't been mailed. I know we delivered multiple copies to the planning board.
we don't have a copy.
Okay, I don't think that's easy. to
Correct.
rectify.
And that is
Do
part
you
of
have the June stormwater report? I see two signed. One say June or they both say February.
February.
Yeah.
February.
Okay, well then you also need a June.
Good.
I know you have it digitally, but we can get you all that stuff.
And we should have
No,
another
no,
one. for
that's old. So
That's
we need updated stuff. I
To
motion to continue this
11/26.
To
Well,
our next meeting with,
All right.
until we get
I
updated
got you.
plans and stormwater. Sorry,
So you have them digitally, we'll get you hard copies.
please, hard copies.
Sure. Is there anything else you need before
What else?
that we
Now's
can
the time.
address so that we don't continue this more so that? I know you want to do a site walk, I hear that.
So, Mr. Chairman, might I ask, are you in agreement? We should bring our new commissioners up to speed with the sidewalk?
Yeah, Sandra, did you go out to the site? Were you,
No, I think it was already in progress by the time I came around.
okay, I know you were here new, okay. Yeah, and I know Kim is fresh.
So just knowing that we need to do a sidewalk, I think there's a lot more discovery that is needed here. I think there's a lot. Our new commissioners,
Okay, so
This
let's,
is an
let's, hold on,
intricate one.
let's not ramble. It's not 10 of 9.
May I,
Sure, add to it.
may I
Go-
ask
Go right
a
ahead.
question and a cut off his ramble? The delineation is 18 months old. This point-
It was done in June, it's on the report.
I thought I heard you say early spring of 25.
25 or
25.
Spring of 25, so it's 18 months old. Are
25.
Yeah,
we, was that delineation confirmed?
I wouldn't do it now
But-
because of the drought. 18 months ago, it was,
Harsh.
no,
Wasn't my
18 months
question,
ago.
but I understand your point.
oh, sorry,
Um,
I cut you off too.
So this was previously approved with an ORAD in 19, it sounds like, and then it was in April of 25. Was it
April
25?
like
20.
if I
All right, I
dig
got-
through minutes, you might, how do we determine if the delineation's checked?
Right.
By whom?
Well, no, there should be flags out there right now
The
as
flags
part of this
for-
whole thing.
yeah.
Even,
From when we were out there in the spring? Everything we should,
I didn't attend the sidewalk, but I think you were there with Mr. Belli.
I think we could get a lot more of this answered if after a good site walk and a set of plans in front of us, a few
Sure.
other things.
anything else you want to? Is there anything from the public? Yes, sir.
Yes, two questions. You said this was designed to be a public road or a public way? Does that mean that?
The cul-de-sac would be
Let him finish his question, please.
a part of the town would take it over.
Let him finish.
So that was where I was going. So the town of Townsend would be responsible for maintaining and
That-
repairing and upkeeping. the
So that's a planning board
drainage?
question.
Okay,
And that's only if it's voted in anyway.
okay.
I didn't
And I
hear
have to
that
try
part
to-
of what?
That's only if it's voted in.
Okay.
It's just jurisdictional. We have to,
Okay.
talk about stormwater. As much as I like talking about stormwater, it's not our
It's
jurisdiction.
not ours.
Oh, no, it overlaps.
That's kind of where the
I'm
gray
sorry,
area was.
it is our jurisdiction, it causes pollution, damage to wetlands, it is.
And I
Too
guess the
bad.
second question,
I agree,
even
Kim.
though I guess we're not considered abutters, are the abutters allowed to go through the site walkthrough when that time comes?
That's your
That's up to the
question, your
owner.
call.
That's up to the owner, so I'd have to get back to you on that. Did anyone attend from the public last time?
No, we did not. I think it was you, me, Wayne, and
That might have been it.
that was it.
I'll have to ask.
The diligent ones.
I think that the butters are allowed, and if there's any exceptions, I think we.
But once again, like he said, that's to the prerogative of the landowner.
Understood.
We will have permission as commissioners.
I think talking to the owners and finding out if they're okay with that, we'll publish another.
Right?
This is gonna be uncomplicated. Nothing to do with anyone else. It's just.
So you have to post the notice if you have a quorum, you have to post the notice in town hall. You don't have.
Not for
No, we
sidewalk.
don't. No, we don't. As long as we behave and don't discuss it.
Interesting. I think, okay. I'll leave it.
Because we're allowed to do training together. We don't have to post it as long as no one does.
You can go out and party together too, but if you're on the site, I think that's.
Well-
I'm just asking.
What,
No,
I missed what that was.
Sidewalks are specifically.
No,
covered from
the open meeting law states that we can do
Specifically.
sidewalks.
I'll
So,
take your interpretation of this, right?
but it's a matter of no discussion at the time. If you could keep it to yourself.
We're there
discussion
to
No
observe.
discussion with, abutters. We can ask simple clarifying questions. That's it. So with that said, we can schedule a site walk. And Wayne can get back to me and.
Yeah, one of us will get back to you about the, public detector.
If you go on the town website and look, or send an email to the conservation email, conservation@townsendma.gov. And I can let you know.
Sure.
If it's a yes, no, and if it's a yes, when.
Okay.
And you heard my answer about the town road, right?
Not sure.
You had asked if the town would be responsible for the maintenance and all that stuff.
Yes.
My reply to that was the town would have to vote on that, just so you know.
But
The town,
On
not our
accept-
jurisdiction.
I know
so
it's not a
for us to-
jurisdiction, however, just let them know.
Okay. Thank you.
So, Mike, you've got to look.
I'm just taking it in.
Okay.
Well, okay, so so much of this is stormwater related. What exactly are we going to be voting on?
The WPA and Townsend Wetland bylaws.
So my input on that is at this point, the delineation is critical because when we get those lots, we're gonna own that delineation. It's gonna be too late at that point.
Right.
And the piece,
You refer to what can happen down the line.
right,
Wetlands change.
the piece that has the
That's why she was looking at the more recent.
piece that has the swale, it wasn't clear to me how the requirement that lot one,
Or two.
whichever lot number it was, has the swale, which is part of this
I got you. I know what you're talking
subdivision road and drainage plan, but is actually part of that lot's
about. It's
future filing. I don't know how that,
how would it know?
how does it travel?
How it'll
Because-
connect in,
Yeah,
because it is.
Abigail and Sandra, you guys have been quiet. I know this has been exhausting.
I've been mostly just trying to keep.
Don't
Do you have any-
allow the notes to be too important. You need to stay on point. Those are
Don't
important.
listen to him.
Yeah, you need to stay on point and listen to,
Don't listen to him.
when I clerk my other board, I have to actually ask them, you guys stop?
all right.
Sandra, do you have anything, any question or? I don't know, comments?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, let's keep moving.
Okay.
You know.
So I make motion to continue this to our, September 9th. Is there a second?
Second,
Now, is it seventh or ninth?
The ninth.
Ninth.
Roll call vote starting with Mike.
Well, wait a minute. What, you
You wanna
shut off
discuss them?
discussion? So is the site walk, should we schedule a site walk before?
Yes,
The meeting, okay, so it's before the night. Okay,
Yeah.
so then if you could get Tim's phone number at,
right,
so,
but
after the meeting.
now, what's your colleague's name again?
Wayne.
Wayne,
Wayne.
I know Mr. Gates, you had his email.
Yes.
Copied up.
Okay. So I'll get that. So, but Wayne would need to be there. Right?
Yes.
So
Either Wayne or I will be there.
Yes.
I mean, you're
Okay.
just as well versed in it
Either
as
one.
Wayne.
I'd like to think. that.
You're all gonna get the email.
Okay, I appreciate that.
okay.
And then Mike can,
One of us will attend.
All right.
Cause we've already had the wing, now
so
we can,
Yeah.
was that the discussion?
That's it. Oh, for me, it is.
Anyone else?
I'm ready to go.
Oh, Michael. Speak up.
I have to get sound working.
We can't hear you.
his hand is up.
Oh, now you muted again.
Does that work?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Sorry, I've been switching from another meeting. Mr. Chairman, can I ask you just to share again the map?
Introducing yourself.
Mike, what?
Oh, Michael Seekman, I'm the trustee of Abutter 40 Seaver Road.
Thank you.
40 Skeever.
Mr. Chair, could I ask you to share your screen with the plans in just page 1?
He obviously is right next to you, 38.
Yes.
Gotcha.
What page did you want?
Page 1. That'd be the easiest. It's on several pages, but substantive page 1.
No, hold on.
Hey now.
I know.
If you could just stop there. If you look at the very top on the left, that's Mr. Ayot's lot, 38 Seaver Road. And if you follow the road down, what's labeled as 40 Seaver Road is 0 Seaver Road's property. And if you take it to the very northern terminus, you see it ends past Mr. Ayot's property. We couldn't hear everything, but I thought there was some confusion whether he was an abutter or not. It's quite clear he's an abutter. That road appears as a road is actually 0 Seaver Road. It touches 38 Seaver Road.
Great, and the assessor doesn't know that. That's basically what we determined.
We're not throwing fault.
No, I
Only
just
thing I'm
explain-
saying is that we ran into a big problem. He wasn't notified. We had to shut that meeting down. Once again, we're up against this. I don't know why, and I'm not making apologies for it. You know?
And may I make one other point?
3 times?
What was that?
May I make one other point?
Yes, sir.
We heard that the drainage system was over-engineered from applicant's engineer and from the Conservation Commission, and it was the most complex they'd ever seen. I admittedly don't fully understand the jurisdictional issues, but I do know that 3 homeowners, if you go forward in time, particularly if you go forward 10 years, people come and go. The odds of 3 homeowners getting together and maintaining this over-engineered, most complex drainage system you've ever seen are quite slim, at which point, presumably, the runoff from the road and stormwater would go into the wetlands. So I'd just like to make that point.
Well, I just want to correct the record. I
Well,
certainly did not
hold
say
on.
it was over
So noted, Michael. Thank you. And I know in the past, the planning board has required easements. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I just corrected the record. I didn't state that it was over engineered. It is, we have been told it's over engineered, I think, probably by this abutter, and maybe some others, but it's designed to meet the town standards. And I don't want to get into planning board jurisdiction, but what I will say is the road could be accepted. I don't know how Townsend administers stormwater management. If the DPW is responsible, if the planning board requires a homeowners association, or if it falls upon the individual lot owners. Those are at least 3 ways that we've seen in any number of municipalities. So that's entirely town or municipality specific. That's for towns to deal with, not to deal with. If the town doesn't accept it, then that's clearly the responsibility of the homeowners. If the town does accept it, still could be. That's the question for the planning board. Not the planning board. That's the reality that of the law. So it's a question for your planning board.
I heard a voice.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Laura Schifrin.
Hi, Lori.
Okay, just want to clarify, all of stormwater purview is under the planning board only.
We get it.
And the majority is all third party.
No. We're not gonna,
Overviewed
stop,
anyway.
stop. Made a motion to continue this. I'm gonna stop the circle.
Can I just one clarification?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When I said it was the most complex, I had seen Pat commented that she's no longer here, but I can't speak for everyone on the commission. But for us, it was very complicated.
And I knew that, I saw that.
It's a
But
valid
that's
point
why I
Michael
said-
brought up with maintenance. That
There's a
said,
lot to it.
it's stormwater.
It's also routine. This is the type of system that's designed all over the state. It's
Yep.
an infiltration basin. So, I mean, I'm not oversimplifying. It's a hole in the ground that accepts water. There's any number of companies that do this routinely, including.
Yeah.
It's complex in terms of the routing. I agree with that. But in terms of the maintenance, it's.
It's adequate to what
Very
our needs are.
Okay,
Some
okay, we're done with
virus
the
in there and
stormwater.
call it a rain garden.
This, I'm not gonna ever call something a rain garden.
I didn't hear that, Kenny. What was that?
Just call it a rain garden, whatever. I'm sorry.
It's not designed to rain.
Right. Anything else? Roll call vote starting Mike.
Mike Potts said yes.
Abigail Farley, yes.
Kim Reno, yes.
James Gates, yes.
James throwing yes.
Sandra Lord, yes.
Brian Pinkerton, yes.
We will be in touch for a site walk and
We'll communicate about whether or not the public is welcome or not, and we'll let you know. And it'll probably be through Wayne to you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And we'll bring plans and
You
stormwater.
communicate with
Thank
Wayne.
you.
What? Who's gonna be communicating with Wayne, yourself, Cassandra, or
What? No, I will.
Sabrina? All right.
I will. Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry
Thank you.
about the confusion.
Thank you.
We're short staffed. Just keep saying it.
Hmm?
Just keep saying it.
Keep saying
We're
what?
doing the best we can.
This thing, what's this giving you trouble for? What can't, what is
It's just.
it? Slow?
I know it's not Wayne.
Am
Right.
I'm just.
sending it
I'm
negative
just-
energy from here? He zipped out of here pretty quick, didn't he? Huh?
Um,
I hope that doesn't.
what?
Those papers are for the other guy.
Yes,
We'll
you'll fold
start a
these up.
campfire with them.
Create a pile of stuff that gives Sabrina.
2.3, enforcement 18th Main Street Harbor Village Shops, Key Point Partners. Alicia, I saw you on there somewhere.
Yep.
She's back.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Let me pull up the.
Do you have my email? Or do you want me to?
If you don't mind, pull.
Sure.
No, I'm grabbing it. Hold on.
Okay.
I think. So many emails.
$8.18, if that helps.
Does and it doesn't, because yeah. We're gonna get there, guys. Hold on. All right, so,
Are you looking for pictures?
no,
All right. So David Babin proposed the repair.
yeah,
So twofold, to repair the slope, but also to bring up the low area on the edges. And then seed with the Mass DEP slopes mix.
so one of the things that isn't addressed here is removing the sediment in the wetlands.
To the other side of the rail trail?
That is on the other side of the rail trail.
Sure, I think that's what he was kind of notating on the bottom, but we can make sure that that's addressed.
So.
I know we talked to David about it. And then specifically to make sure that he does everything by hand.
So, yeah, and it's more. Yeah, so it's the sediment that's in the wetlands, that is the biggest, concern about being done by hand. You know, we understand that the other areas, you know, we're not unreasonable.
Yeah, yeah. And he didn't have a problem.
But I want to make sure that it's noted. What, Jimmy?
Just noting it, yeah.
I don't want to keep going back and forth about this too much.
No. Do you want to like send me like the exact, you know, we obviously will do it. And also when David is about to do it, we can call and just walk that like little particular area. You know, Dave can and give you a shout and just to make sure, like in this box, right, do X.
So she's looking for a commissioner to go down there to help her figure out or flag the amount of area you want to clean, or
I
give
think
a boundary of it.
Walking with the contractor to make sure, and here are the pictures. Last time we couldn't figure out how to share them. This is downhill of the
right
rail trail, and you can see all the leaves are washed down.
And I think so. That's his attempt.
Yeah, right here is the area I'm most concerned with.
Yeah, on the kind of bottom of the slope. I think that's what he was trying to get at by like being around, you know, the area around the rail trail. I think that's what David's attempt was, is to kind of highlight that. But I can get Dave's schedule, right? And then just like we have done it a bunch of times, see who's available, right? And then we can do a quick little look. Dave wants to start this week. Would you mind just coming out and we just making sure we're all on the same page? Yep. I have no problem with arranging it. And you guys have been super helpful with us for anything that we've done out there.
So seems like it could be just a word choice thing. He says work on the rail trail, you say work in the wetland. You know what I mean? We really
I think I think he was attempting. We wanted to make sure that he understood picked up the particulars about the by hand part, you know, in certain areas.
What the scope is involved. So
yeah,
he left it very broad. And I guess that's just from personal experience.
Yeah.
And
I don't.
It's by hand. It's
right.
Right. It'll just create more trouble.
So the wetlands, yes, it has to be on hand. But this area right here is a good example of. I don't know what the commissioners feel. I don't expect that to be done by hand.
Agreed.
We're to the other side of the rail trail right now.
No,
you're looking up to Planet Fitness.
Right, and you're looking at the walkway that's all ripped out. The rail trail is just above that berm. So all that material that's splayed down, you can see the rock and everything.
Yep.
That's a sizable amount.
So,
but it's not.
Hold on. When the picture was taken, it was on the rail trail?
That's the rail trail right there. That's all sand. That sand is
that's covered. Right.
So let's scope.
It's a schmear.
So with that, we want to see the rail trail restored to the state that it was in.
Yep.
That hasn't been scraped off yet?
No, we haven't decided. We haven't said do that yet.
Makes no sense.
Why
are we delaying? Just
right.
We're just waiting for the details to come in so that we can bless it. was there any thought put into how we can prevent this from happening in the future? Because this is a very, it's utilized all the time.
When I was there, there was
Well-
It is a good
walking from the gym, a lot of foot traffic. That's why I thought we would have moved quicker on it.
we're moving
Yeah,
it.
so in the beginning, right? So we have two like parts that we need to talk about, right? So we were gonna bring up the grade. So do you see Dave's first note? So we have to prevent water from coming downhill, right? So we were thinking that we would pick up the grade, where our paved area is, so that then we create we keep the stormwater on our property, so where it should go. So that was kind of like our first thought. The second thing we've kind of have to think about a little bit is that's not the best. People have made it their path, but it's not their best path, unfortunately, because right at that corner, so the trucks drive in one dimension, and that's a blind corner. There's another pathway that's on the opposite side of the property that people have made, that's down by the Hannaford side, that also is less of a grade. So I'd rather have people access, there's no official access, right? But that one particular spot.
They don't have arrows or a sign there.
No, people have made it their path. So, but this one corner where the washout is probably
The worst place it could be.
Yeah, it's not the safest place for anyone to be because it's a blind corner by Planet Fitness. Does that make sense? So
if you look at this picture right here, on the right upper corner where my mouse is.
Yep.
See the kind of wiggling small.
Yep.
That's a piece of granite that used to be in the middle there.
Correct. So I talked to David about that, and after we pull up, right, we want to kind of pull up that corner a little bit, and then see if we can, replace it, or once we bring it up, then I can see whether we put some berm, granite there, or do a Cape Cod berm around that corner. But we're gonna first bring it up, because that will definitely help, and then we'll make some adjustments on the pavement side for that corner. But I wanted to first fix it, right, for getting this fixed, right, to everybody's point. And then I can work with, because then that will go to my paver. Once David's done, grades it correctly, we bring it up. And then if I have to put a concrete berm there, replace the granite, we'll do something that, if we get that large amount of water, catches it, and to have it come back.
Pushes it down the road. All
Yep.
right.
Yep.
One of the things.
So
I
are
don't
we
know-
shutting down
let me
and bringing
finish,
it
please.
down?
What?
Is that, we're not gonna use that
I don't know.
deactivated?
One of the things that I noticed back there was the abundance of trash.
Move.
That is next to the dumpsters, behind the dumpsters. Which I'm sorry I didn't mention at the last meeting. That'd be great to see, because of the proximity to the wetlands. And I know this conversation has happened in the past, but it'd be great to see that as part of this cleaned up.
No, that's no problem. I mean, we have a 5-day-a-week sweeper, so we'll just make sure.
It's not a sweeper pickup thing. It's a.
No, meaning add it to his scope at night, because those dumpsters are the tenants, but we can make that happen. That's not a problem.
No, so there's like furniture back there.
Right. There's just a menage of a lot of
Yeah.
No
The
problem.
cart graveyard.
Oh.
The cart graveyard. Hannaford puts its broken carts back there.
No problem. I can send a crew in. I'll have David's crew to address it.
It's not a super thing. It's like legitimate, yeah, old
Stuff.
furniture.
Yeah, debris
Guys,
dumping and
I know it's tough because I know this is a property you guys manage, and you can't see everything.
Don't worry, it's the life of our retail properties with dumping and things, and we have dumpsters, right? It's the back of the center, so don't even think twice of it. We'll send the crew in there. Not a problem.
What's a Cape Cod berm?
So it's an asphalt curb.
Right, okay, that's what I kind of pictured, but I mean, maybe it's a problem that's kind of in a way unsolvable, but if you create a berm there and you get a storm like the one that washed it out, you're kind of just moving the washout area down the line somewhere else.
Unless I keep it like on our property, I forget if there's a stormwater basin back there. So we'll try to, right? So we'll try to keep it.
As we're looking at it, to
Yeah.
the left, I don't know if it's part of right here where my mouse is.
Way to the, yeah.
Yeah.
And that drops off drastically.
So that could have also been associated with the railroad, but the water was graded prior to run the water that way.
Yep.
Foot traffic, it could have been snow plowing. I'm going to assume snow plowing because of where the granite is now.
So in other words, you're talking to the far left of where we're looking, where it drops deep.
Right. Yep. So we can.
Why did the water all of a sudden decide that's where it wants to breach?
Because A, they paved it. B, when they plowed it, obviously
When they
moved that
paved
granite.
They only raised it.
Yeah, that's more than enough.
Okay.
When they moved that piece of granite,
That's
they could have
Yeah.
scraped up just enough of that material in there to allow the water to go that
to
way.
get under it, yeah.
There's a million different things, and we also had 4 inches of rain in 2 hours.
Right. That is correct. But we can do the right thing out there, right? And make sure the stormwater stays on our side as much as we can. And
So the left is ideal.
kind of work backwards, right?
Yep.
Treat the wetlands, right? Because we want to make sure we're good stewards with that, and then kind of work our way backwards, and then make any repairs that we need to do to keep the stormwater where it should be.
Brian?
Yes, just one comment on that. I don't think a pavement barrier on that corner would be feasible. If anything, dig that area up a little bit, lift the ground up a little bit for a different pitch, because wintertime comes. Those that plow, those may not last that long, and then we're right back where we started.
Well, that's kind of where we were going about picking up the shoulder and things, and the humans that plow is Babin too.
Yeah, that's good.
So, I think we can work on the pavement side of things. Obviously, they're committed to keep the water on the property.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the things we want to make sure is we appreciate the wattle that was put out, right after this happened. We want to make sure it stays there. But we also want to make sure that we add more wattle, kind of where this picture is taken along the slope, so that until the grass is established, there's less risk of loam washing, back into the wetlands.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's being seeded.
Yes. And it's really only the existing grass on both sides of the rail trail. The slope isn't obviously
Oh, because that's how the
seeded.
rail trail is on either side. Okay, yeah.
You can look, right here, we're not seeding this because that's just natural and
Right.
it's just
She'll heal
washed
herself.
out.
She'll heal herself.
Yeah.
Mother Nature, she does a good job.
So, in the sediment in this area, I don't see it you can scrape some of it out so it has retention, or a capacity to hold water again. That's, your choice. I think it would be beneficial to. Other than that, I think if we'll just oversee it, at some point we'll have to catch up on paperwork, which we can send to you. This is the seed mix for the grass.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great if, if you're generally okay with this, right? What we can do is we can grab Babin, see what his schedule is, because obviously now's the time to get that seed in too, right? Like, so, the faster we all kind of like agree and react and get it done, it clears it out, but also now's the perfect time to start to plant it too.
Yep. So what is we'll go around the table, Mike.
What would you like me to?
Any thoughts?
Nope.
Nice
It's
job,
late.
man.
It's late.
I got nothing.
Yeah, no, it sounds like.
Wasn't a written enforcement order issued?
Not yet.
Oh.
So they're gonna do the work under. This happened and we reacted like this.
Yep.
I see that. I see that.
And at least she's been with us. We'll catch up on the paperwork. But
Okay.
the enforcement's gonna be
Because
done.
I'm always like, I want to read the document, like, what was the expectation?
This is where
Okay.
we're setting the expectations.
No, okay.
Do you have any expectations you want to add or things?
I don't. Sounds like you guys have done just what you said. You're on it. And I haven't seen it, so that clarification helps me.
They put water away, not just one single piece, it's staged going down.
Yeah.
So. Jimmy?
Oh, no, good.
No,
I like it all.
You good?
We're good. We're moving.
Sandra, are you awake?
Oh, I
We're
am
moving
very
along.
much awake.
Nice and warm in here.
I know.
Can't turn the AC on because no one will hear us.
I know,
I
right?
know, but
The
that's why
recording
I
is
would turn.
terrible.
Actually, the warmth keeps me up.
Good, it doesn't for me.
So I don't have anything to ask or add.
Brian?
I'm good.
Nice. John.
So, Alicia, we're good with everything we discussed. This is obviously recorded.
Yep.
I will, issue a formal enforcement, but don't wait for that to start.
Perfect. Well, hopefully you can get it all done before you have to do the paperwork.
We're still gonna sign, but
no
will
problem.
email you the phone number and they can call me when,
Perfect.
give me a little notice and I can meet them out there or one of the other commissioners if I'm tied up. But we need a vote, a motion and a vote to
Perfect.
move this along. You want me to make a motion because this is all over the place?
Go for it.
Yeah.
So I make a motion to issue an enforcement order for 18 Main Street to repair the washout from the back west corner across the rail trail and into the wetlands. In the work to be done, based on this scope of work that was submitted, plus things discussed, concerns discussed. This is kind of an ongoing thing, and we're going to have to just do it as we go. So,
Yep. I second.
Roll call.
I said yes.
Abigail Farley, yes.
Jim Greeno, yes.
James Gates, yes.
James Thorne, yes.
Sandra Lord, yes.
Brian Bickerton, yes.
Thank you, Alicia, for being patient.
Thank you.
No worries. Try to get home early.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's out the window now.
It's too late. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Bye.
What do we have left now?
No, not that much.
Let's see.
Oh, it's a lucky letter.
Morning's Lord.
All right. 3.1, review, discuss, I don't know how much discussing, but meeting decorum and order policy for all boards, committees, and commissions. This was sent out a couple years ago. I just want to read it, so we're, yeah, just so it's read, and if people have questions about it, try to discuss it and answer it, but,
We all got that memo, right?
We all got it when we
Yeah.
boarded.
Yeah, no, but we're gonna read it, we're gonna read it. Not all of us read, I don't,
I'd rather.
I like story time.
so,
Please read.
Please read.
we take a turn first.
Please read.
Policy 01-2021. Purposes, the Board of Selectmen and interim town admin. Whenever you guys are ready. Are we doing crossword down there?
Do you want to share your notes?
So,
Sudoku.
Do you care to pass your notes to the from
I'm
the class here?
I'm just trying to find a day that if everyone has a day that
Oh, it's a word search.
So this is agreed to establish a consistent process for all municipal boards, commissions, and committees, policy meeting, decorum and order for all boards, commissions, authorities, and committees. The presiding officer shall preserve decorum and decide all questions of order and procedure subject to appeal to the board. During board meetings, municipal officers shall preserve order and decorum and shall neither by conversation or otherwise delay or interrupt the proceedings, nor refuse to obey the order of the presiding officer or the rules of the board. The use of cell phones, laptops, computers should be limited to meeting business only, and all such devices should be muted, silenced while the meeting is in session. At no time should the meeting be disturbed by any device. Cell phones should never be used during a meeting unless the rest of the members have agreed to use them prior to the meeting. And I know that's tough because you can adjust contacts now to ring no matter what, so.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Every board member desiring to speak shall address the chair, and upon recognition by the presiding officer shall confine comments to the question under debate and shall avoid all personalities and inflammatory language. A board member, once recognized, shall not be interrupted while speaking unless called to order by the presiding officer, unless a point of order is raised by another member, or unless the speaker chooses to yield to questions from another member. If a board member is called to order while speaking, the board member shall cease speaking immediately until the question of order is determined. If ruled to be in order, the speaker shall be permitted to proceed. If ruled to be not in order, the speaker shall remain silent or shall alter remarks so as to comply with rules of the board. All members of the board shall accord the utmost courtesy with each other to the town. The speaker shall remain silent or shall alter remarks so as to comply with rules of the board. All members of the board shall accord the utmost courtesy with each other to town employees and to the public appearing before the board, and shall refrain at all times from all rude and derogatory remarks, reflections, or abusive comments. Board members shall confine questions as to the particular matters before the assembly, and in debate, all debate shall confine remarks to the issues before the board. Members shall be removed from the meeting for failure to comply with decisions of the presiding officer or for continued violations of the rules of the board. If the presiding officer fails to act, any member may move to require the enforcement of the rules, and the affirmative vote of a majority of the board shall require the presiding officer to act. Members of the administrative staff and employees of the town shall observe the same rules of procedure and decorum applicable to members of the board. While the presiding officer shall have the authority to preserve decorum in meetings as far as staff members and town employees are concerned. The town admin also shall be responsible for the orderly conduct and decorum of all town employees. Any staff members or employees desiring to address the board shall be recognized by the chair, shall state name and address for the record, and shall limit remarks to the matter under discussion. All remarks and questions addressed to the board shall be addressed to the board as a whole and not to any member thereof. No staff member other than the person with the floor shall enter into any discussion either directly or indirect without the permission of the presiding officer. Public members attending board meetings also shall observe the same rules of propriety, decorum, and good conduct applicable to the members of the board. Any person making personal, impertinent, and slanderous remarks, or who become boisterous while addressing the board or those attending the board meeting shall be removed from the room if so directed by the presiding officer. If this presiding officer should fail to act, any member of the board may move to require the chair to act to enforce the rules, and the affirmative vote of the majority of the board shall require the presiding officer to act. Any public members desiring to address the board shall be recognized by the chair, shall state name and address for the record, and shall limit remarks to the questions under discussion. Any or all remarks and questions addressed to the administration of the town shall be addressed to the board or the board of municipal officers through the chair and not to any municipal town employee. No person other than members of the board and the person having the floor shall enter into any discussion either directly or through a member of the board without permission of the presiding officer. Yeah.
That was really good.
That
was really
That was
good.
outstanding. Noted.
Yeah, outstanding.
Outstanding.
Next,
Yeah, more.
So,
All right.
motion to adjourn.
No.
Okay, I'm done. No. 4.0 correspondence, Mass DOT District 3, 2026 invasive plant management plan. That is in the SharePoint folder. Hold on.
You got a SharePoint you're gonna do now? I love it.
Listen, that took everything on me.
I kind of feel the same way.
Wait, hold on. We're almost done. You got to do this separate from anyone. I don't want to get in trouble.
Please take this conversation offline.
So this is just invasive plant management, where the plants get cut.
You're not sharing, I don't know. You just-
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
You want me to?
I didn't
No,
know.
there's no
what your
pictures.
intention was.
No, we don't want you to share, just
Can you shut off the
Lower.
blower for a minute, please?
all right.
There are two. So foiler treatment is one of the methods, which is usually a herbicide. The other one is cut stem treatment, where they cut the plant and then apply the herbicide. But in Townsend, it is going to be Route 119 is where it will be treated.
The takeaway I got from that is they're spraying Roundup down the 119 wherever they find Phragmites or knotweed.
Yeah, no.
The only ones I saw in there that
And I
they
think
have.
the worst is West Townsend across from the VFW.
For what?
Knotweed.
Knotweed
I know there's worse spots.
on 119.
But then
Is
it
that a
could be
vine?
included.
They'll be
What?
sprayed.
Is that a vine?
No.
No.
It's not weed? No.
It's like, it's bamboo. We usually call it
In
bamboo.
a sense, it is.
To,
So in other words, they're gonna cut it and swab it with glyphosate?
Yep, or spray
they're
it.
getting the
Are they
backpack
gonna-
sprayer,
Huh?
it said backpack sprayer, pretty much.
It depends upon how concentrated it is. If you
Well,
get
it's in
just,
their document. That's all I'm saying.
so who's gonna be doing the treating?
Mass DOT. So now here's the other one. I'll share this one. This is our fun one. Brian?
When were they gonna do that?
It didn't say.
Didn't say.
I think it said roughly August to freeze.
I just wanna know when the state's gonna come by spraying stuff.
Well, yeah, I wonder if
I think they know well
Homeowners
enough
have
if
the
they don't,
option to say, please don't spray in front of my property, because
yeah.
I'm speaking for myself, I'm glad they don't spray Wallace Hill Road, because the town is kind enough to collect all the drain water and put it onto my pasture for my animals eat, and I don't want every.
Oh, no, you gotta be
Everybody's
careful,
quite
because
safe.
if you do have your water coming off the road into the paddocks, that's not good.
I don't know, but we win the process.
We won. We do. Again?
Yeah, we've done pretty good lately. Is that at Adams Dam up?
Hold on.
Where we're still running very high? Really?
Do you see it?
Oh, you gotta move it.
I know, if I
So
try
it's
to,
once again Adams?
right here, Adams Dam,
Yeah, yeah.
so.
And we haven't, we
Oh, look at this,
established,
722.
Yeah.
what do you mean 720?
1120. So our geometric mean of the last 5 sampling weeks is 428.7, most probable number of colony forming units per CFU, so that's cubic foot units.
35.
No, colony forming units per 100 milliliters of water. So this was a concern last year, and they traced it back to a failed septic. I don't know if that failed septic has been addressed.
Would that be something we could reach out to BH?
Go right ahead.
All right, I'll go say hi to Carla tomorrow. She would know,
Yep,
because Rick would be the,
it has been traced back. They traced it back last year.
and we knew it was on Squanicook Terrace.
Yes.
Fifth.
I don't know what number. I don't even want to ask. I don't even want to guess.
Yeah. I did
Yes.
check.
Why does it have the same number and one says safe to swim and unsafe to swim, but
Less than or equal to, greater than,
Yeah.
the alligator,
Symbol before,
the alligator,
less than or equal to
Always
235,
needs the bigger number.
say, greater than two.
Greater than 235 on,
so anything 235, anything 236 and up is unsafe, right? 235 and below. So the color coding is right,
No,
just handy.
you probably couldn't see it.
so the West Groton Bridge got nicked too.
Yeah, but not as much. Like,
No,
our average is high,
real high,
so don't go swimming in our water.
right?
Yeah.
But you gotta understand, so who up Damon Pond
They don't
was
do that.
closed all summer.
Yeah, what, Tim?
Into Pearl Hill, huh?
And
This-
I think Pearl Hill just clamped up. They closed too, bacteria. And Damon never even opened, right? Trap walls.
Okay, so you're gonna check with Board of Health.
which one's off of New Fitchburg Road? That campground?
Pearl Hill?
That's
Is that Pearl Hill?
Pearl Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've been planned up for quite some time.
Yeah.
So this is National
Correct.
River Water
Yeah.
Association, Watershed Association, that's why it's these,
it's these what?
that's why these are the samplings,
Mm-hmm.
because they're all part of the National River Watershed.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb.
Okay. We done with this item?
Moving on, 5.1.
Thank you very much.
2026 Mass FM Annual Conference, so this is plain annual conference.
What? ME's not,
No, I don't even know, it's a part, DCR.
oh, DCR.
So registration's open, the flood plan management conference, it is October 19th from 8 AM to 4:30 PM. We have a great lineup. Anyone wants to go, there's a sign up. If it costs money, we have
Ample funds.
ample funds.
How, did you get your MACC book yet?
No, I haven't, oh God. I think
I was gonna ask you about that.
We need to put it on the next agenda, it seems.
No,
It
we don't get print ones, we have e-books now.
What, no, he got physical copies?
No, he didn't.
We had discussed it was supposed to be physical copies. What happened?
They don't do them.
All right, how have you done with, your webinar?
What?
MACC with you?
I'm working on signing up for some.
How about you, Sandy? You doing good with the webinars? They're informative, you like them? Okay.
I have to check dates because I've had problems with scheduling.
Okay.
Oh, so you haven't got a chance to get after any of them yet? It's
No.
tough.
All right,
It's tough.
Unfortunately.
items for discussion next meeting, we have the two continuances from tonight. And then notice of intent for 2 Bayberry Lane, DEP number 308-0731. The TWP number. Next meeting is Wednesday,
7th,
September 9th at 7 PM.
Why did I
Board of
put
Select
the 7th
Chambers,
again?
their motion to adjourn at 9:40.
My motion to adjourn at 9:42,
Yeah, is there?
second longest meeting.
No, no one, someone make a motion.
Second, I
No.
No, I make a motion to adjourn at 9:42.
Is there a second?
I second.
Roll call vote starting with Mike.
I thought I said yes.
Abigail Farley, yes.
Kim Green, yes.
James Gates, yes.
Are you sure we got everything?
Yes.
Yes, James Ryan.
Sandra Lord, oh yes.
Brian Dickinson, yes.
Thank you.
Who was that?